What up? Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? We are back for another video. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all still waking up? I'm still waking up as well. How y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning and good morning. Let's see what we got in here this morning. Let's scroll back up to the top. Let's see. I see Rose Armstead up in here. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Reba 0616. Good morning, Artrell Palmer. Miss Pruitt is in the building. Good morning. Good morning, Erica Butler. Good morning, Delilah T. Good morning, Cassandra D. Good morning, Carla Johnson. Denise Slay. Good morning, Sweet Essence. Good morning, Jeannie Smith. Good morning, SD Warren. Good morning. Good morning, Arthurita Johnson. Good morning, Woman Within. Good morning, Janet Driscoll. Good morning, Henry Lee. Good morning, Audrey Williams. Darling Mungum. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jersey Girl. New Jersey Girl. New Jersey Girl. I know that's right. Let's get it right. Sister Soldier. Good morning. Good morning, C. Lewis. Good morning, Big Steak. Good morning, Cheryl Hall. Good morning. Good morning, Gail West. Good morning, Nikki B. Deborah Johnson. Deboria Banks. Good morning, True TV Podcast. That's a content creator. Please check her out. Okay. Erica Rogers, good morning. Tyra, good morning. My mod, good morning. Marion's Favorites, good morning. Clarity Speaks, good morning. Judy Brown is here. Good morning. Fred Williams, good morning. Miss Zeta T, Miss T Zeta Mom. I don't know why I like to rename y'all Miss T Zeta Mom. Good morning, dear. Marilyn LeBlanc, good morning. Les Moore, good morning. April Pearson, good morning. Miss Aisha, good morning. Good morning, Rosalind Davis, Cynthia Jacobs, good morning. Carla Van Zant, Pamela Williams, woo woo, good morning. Linda Moore, good morning. Swayla Marie, good morning. Donna Colley Howe, good morning. Good morning, Immaculate Davis. Good morning, Shirley Terry. Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning, 575 Trail Rider. All right. Good morning, Joan Drew. Good morning. Dolores Campbell, Charlene Ford, Queen Sunshine. Lori Eden, Nikki B. I think I said before, but good morning again. Kimberly O, good morning. Sheila Bennett, good morning. Chevelle Carla, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, April Long. Belle Wilson, my other mind. Whoop, whoop. Good morning. Good morning, Guam Williams. Gwendolyn Harper, good morning. Janice Jones, good morning. Nadine Flith, good morning. Did I say it? Flith? I'm sorry. If I mess it up, forgive me. All right. Good morning, dear. Charnel Monet, good morning. Shanice Darden Emery, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Good morning to everyone in the building. All right. Good morning. Let's get into our show because we have one. All right. Thank you to everybody being here. Caramelians, mods, haters. Good morning. Okay. Let's get into our show, honey. Let's get into our show. All right. So first things first, I want to play for you guys. As you guys know, Dr. Heavenly has been catching a lot of grief on social media for some things that she said that she shouldn't have said. Her friend, child, Funky Dineva, has decided to go live to speak about it. We're going to play his response in terms of what he felt about what Dr. Heavenly had to say. And let's get into it. We ain't going to wait no more, honey. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, child. Hold on. Did I just click something? God. Y'all hold on. The hell did I do? Me and this damn clicking, Lord. Hold on. I'm trying to click on it and then clicked off, Lord. Y'all, did I tell y'all I'm still waking up? Give me a second, though. I got this. I know exactly where to go to. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm still waking up too, y'all. Good God. All right, so where am I? All right, so hold up. We're going to start it right there. Pause. All right, let's share. Okay, yeah. All right, let's see what Funky Dineva had to say. Shout out to Funky. All right, because we're going to listen. We're going to listen in, child. All right, let's go.
The Dr. Heavenly thing again, or whatever. But I'm actually going to bring it up because it's been bothering me. It has been bothering me. It's been bothering me for the last 24 hours. And so, as a result of, Dr. Heavenly's comments, you guys can go back and find them in reference to gay men not being real men. or whatever, and she didn't mean it like that. And listen, in being friends with Dr. Heavenly, you know, she's made comments like that before, in my face. You know, she's made comments like, you know, oh, if a man called me a bitch, you know, my husband would probably fight, but you know, he probably wouldn't even get mad if one of the gay boys did it or whatever, because you know, it's not the same. You know, he look at you like y'all not like a real man, or whatever the case may be. Look at it sideways, keep it moving, choose to address it and fix it, keep it moving, whatever the case may be. And I wrote the comment because everybody's blowing my phone up, and I wrote, "Do y'all now see why I don't fool up with fish too heavy?" That was my comment. Do y'all now see why I don't fool up with fish too heavy? Then my comment was, what Heavenly said is how most of y'all feel. My text messages have been going off all night, people wanting to know what I think. Here is what I think. I have learned how to navigate the world being considered less than a man since the 3rd grade. Honestly, I have no real reaction. It's another day at the office for me. Unfortunately, especially in the Black community, this is a shared thought by the majority. I can upset my makeup and disturb my tears about a belief that won't change in this lifetime, or I can keep scrolling through Uber Eats. Uber Eats it is. These are my official thoughts, so y'all can stop asking and tagging me. And yes, I will still be her friend the same way I'm friends with the rest of y'all and y'all closeted beliefs about gay men. It is par for the course. And here is the thing. I stand by my comments 400 times. I double down on my comments 400 times. And y'all just gonna have to get into it, because let me first acknowledge that, and I hate that we live in a world where every time you talk about something, you have to say some, not all. Some, not all. Some, not all. Okay? And listen, I know that when I use the word fish in my captions sometimes, that it upsets some of y'all and it tap dance on some of y'all nerves. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I do it on purpose lots of times. But I also want you to understand that when I make comments, and see, Melissa, you put the perfect comment. We are all being judged and critiqued. Black women. Oh, no, Melissa, you got a good comment, not you.
Jermaine struggled for years with dental issues before finally finding Nuvia. Listen to what he.
Total bullshit. Total bullshit. Let's skip. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get it up.
Understand sometimes is that, number one, if it don't apply, let it fly. And number two, truthfully speaking, in this moment, I'm not talking to y'all. In this moment, I am not talking to y'all. I am not talking to women. I am not talking to Black women. In this moment, I am talking to my gay boys. And I think what a lot of y'all fail to realize is that I am a gay boy first. Okay? I'm a gay boy first. I like the fact that y'all like coming over here, playing in my front yard. I respect the fact that y'all like to play in my treehouse and eat my snacks. But at the very end of the day, I am a gay boy first. And I have a different experience on this planet than Black women, than Black men. I am talking to my gay boys when I say things like, you need to watch out for fish. Okay? And I understand all of y'all don't think that way. But what you're not going to get me to believe is that all 6,124 of y'all who are on this chat right now, you're not going to gaslight me into believing that all of y'all are here for gay people and all of y'all support gay people. The overwhelming majority of y'all watch me and will still look me in my face and say things like, love the sinner, not the sin. I love the sinner, not the sin. Now, what type of backhanded shit is that? Okay, and then there is this expectation, I guess. Let me back up. Let me first take responsibility. The first thing is, I probably just shouldn't have even said nothing publicly about the heavenly thing. And my life would probably be a hell of a lot more peaceful right now. So I'll eat that. I will eat that. I probably just shouldn't have said nothing. This wouldn't even been nothing. But the point that I want y'all to understand, even if it's not you, it's the bitch next to you. Okay? Y'all are not going to sit here and gaslight me into believing that when y'all are not in all female spaces, when y'all are not in the hair salon, when y'all are not at the bridal shower in the background, that the homophobic shit don't be going around. All right. And that when that girl over there gets mad when she's telling the story, we become every punk, faggot, and sissy in the book. All right. And you're not going to gaslight me into believing that when it happens, that you put your cape on every single time and you run around the hair salon educating people. No, you sit your ass there with your legs crossed. You keep reading your Ebony magazine and you wait for Shanika to call you to get your hair washed. The reality of the situation, guys, is whether you like it or not, whether some of y'all agree with it or not, whether some of y'all are the biggest allies of the community or not, there still is a large portion of people who are not. And one thing that bothers me about the female gender sometimes is y'all walk around and act like y'all carry the only license to pain and the only license to be able to vent. The same way y'all are able to stand up on platforms and say things like, y'all say things to y'all community all the time. Case in point, oh, if y'all see a bunch of men standing across the street at night, walk across the other side of the street because it ain't safe. Y'all don't see the male collective getting mad.
That's not the same. I'm sorry. That's not the same in terms of walking outside and seeing some thugs on the side of the damn street and then saying what she said in terms of naming someone or inappropriately speaking on someone's sexuality and calling them pretty much a punk and bitch. Like, that's not the same, but go off.
And getting up in arms or whatever the situation is, because it's the truth. All right. Listen, when I'm talking to my gay boys, I'm talking to my gay boys. And gay boys, y'all need to be careful of fish. Okay. Because all them hoes ain't your friends. All right. And the overwhelming majority of them hoes, they want you to be their boyfriends, their husbands, their baby daddies, lick their wounds when these men out here treating them wrong. They want you to be their sounding board. They want you to listen to everything that's going on in their life. All right. Listen to all their woes. Don't know nothing about yours. Okay. And then the minute they get back in good graces with that Negro, or they get back in good graces with their good homegirl, your ass is shitted on and pushed back to the side. All right. That may offend some of y'all. That's our.
It feels like that's what happened to him. Like, I guess my question is, who hurt you, sir? Because one, you inserted yourself in a situation that didn't have shit to fuck to do with you. Like this situation with Heavenly, I get that you her friend. Nobody asked you to come to the party and say anything. Nobody asked you to do a speech. Nobody asked you to do anything. Now, granted, you're welcome to say whatever you want to say, especially on your platform. That's your platform. But nobody asked you to come to her defense. And now you're catching all kind of strays because you're getting your ass ate up for speaking on a situation when she was already getting her ass tore up. So you had to know that they were coming for you too, especially the way you view women. Deep down, I feel like you want to be one really, really bad. And anytime you hear someone else say something, especially checking someone else, especially if it's a woman, you really take it to heart and you really go in real hard and you use those real, crazy words that you like to use when it comes to women. First of all, I'm not a fish. I don't smell like fish. I eat it from time to time, but nothing. I mean, when you describe me, nothing about me says fish. I don't look like a fucking fish. I don't, none of that. Now I know somebody might smell like fish, but that's not about her right now. But anyway, the point that I'm making is it feels like you took this situation and you made it personal and you made it about you. And the aggression in terms of how you're responding to this situation with Heavenly, it gives that someone hurt you. Somewhere down the line, you felt like you've had to jump in and constantly help people out and speak up for people when they in fucked up situations and they turned on you. This one about you. Again, I don't know who hurt you. I do kind of know the backstory, and because I used to listen to him in terms of how he talked about how his relationship was with his mom and how she never accepted him being a gay male. So maybe that is why your aggression is the way that it is when it comes to women, because it's pain that you never maybe healed from that situation with your mother in terms of how she felt about you and what she used to call you and all these other things. Maybe other people that you've ran across in your life, maybe they've called you the same thing. Bottom line is, you cannot categorize every woman in the same category with other women that may, make ignorant comments towards you or about you, because everybody don't feel the same. I said before, I have gay friends. Never have I called them a punk, not even when we're playing. Never have I called them the F word, and never will. Because a lot of times when you do things like that, whatever I say to you that's in a negative way or tone, 9 times out of 10, some shit coming back to me. So I got to be able to brace myself to take whatever is coming back to me in terms of what I say to you. If I call you the F word, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to probably be called a bitch or worse. So do I want to put myself in a situation to be called something like that by disrespecting someone else? I already said I don't have a problem with gay people. I have several friends who are gay, and we have a ball when we hang out. When my friend from California come down, it's lit. We laugh, we joke, all of that. So I don't have a problem with that. I'm not sure who you hang around and what type of crowd you deal with. And maybe some of the things that you say, Funky, and I kind of like you a little bit, but sometimes I feel like, just like Heavenly, and I see why you guys are friends, y'all go too fucking far with what you say sometimes. I do too. But it ain't about me right now. Sometimes you go too far with things that you say and how you categorize and or name women. And we don't like that shit. If you don't want to be called a punk, don't call a woman a fish. Respectfully, we're women. We're women. Okay? We're women. We were made, by God, just like you were. We were made by a man. By a man's reel. We all know how that shit works. Go read Genesis. I'm not trying to preach to nobody this morning. But my point is this. You cannot say things and expect not to be held accountable. And I feel like that's the problem with Heavenly. I feel like Heavenly doesn't get it whenever she don't get it when she speaks and she says things that's out of line, kind of like Funky does. Until you get and I spoke on this yesterday, until you get the heat that comes behind it, and then it's let me hurry up and apologize so we can put this fire out because it's starting to spread too fast. Let me hurry up and put this shit out right quick. Sometimes you can't put the fire out all the way. I don't care how much you pour water on it. It's going to always be a spark up under that bitch that's going to potentially blow up somewhere else. And you got to be careful in this climate how you speak about and or to people, because, baby, you will get canceled. It happens all the time. You have to really watch that. Not everybody want to hear a fucking apology when you, especially how you offend them. The LGBT community come in droves. That's a huge platform with them. They come in droves. They are huge. It's huge with them. When they support you, they support you. But trust and believe, when you say some shit about them that's out of line, like Heavenly did, you lose a vast amount of supporters. They will shut your shit down so quick, baby, and not think twice about it. I've read so many comments about this comment that Heavenly made from the LGBTQ community. I have, and it was not good. They are not happy. They are not accepting your apology. Some people, most people that I've read of the comments. Okay. Now, the only reason I feel like, and I said the reason that Heavenly even apologized in the first damn place was because she heard the words fire and cancel. I told you guys yesterday, people were reaching out to Andy Cohen. People were reaching out to the network saying, fire her ass, cancel her ass, sit her ass down. We sick of her ass. That's what people were saying. She's still apologizing for what she said when you said it with your chest. Anything I say with my chest, I'm not apologizing for. You know why? Because I meant that shit. And when it comes out of my mouth, it's understood that accountability may be attached to it. But now, we don't always mean to offend people, but you can't please everybody. But respectfully, I try not to go too far. You know, as a blogger, it's a little edge. I got a little edge to me. My mouth is a little slick. It is. But you will never see me on my platform ever use the F word when it pertains to anyone of the LGBT community. You will never ever hear me call them a punk. You will never ever hear me go there, because that shit is fucking disrespectful. It is. Even with me talking about Funky Dineva right now, with him being a gay male, I would never go there and attack his sexuality in terms of trying to read him, because that's too fucking far. You got to know how far to go. You got to know what to say and how far to go when you say that shit, because, baby, they will shut your ass the fuck down. It's not even really in me to even go there to say no shit like that in the first place. And I always say, what's in you will come out of you. How you really feel, that's what you say. When you piss a person off and they say some shit to you that sting you, that's what the fuck they meant to say to you. You can apologize all day long. You can apologize all day long. It's in you. That's how you feel. If you're homophobic, most of the time that shit don't come out until somebody piss you off, and then that shit fly out of your mouth. And then when you think about it, you be like, oh shit, did I say that? That's where Heavenly is right now. Because Heavenly, that's how you feel. Even though you're friends with Funky Dineva, I think it's understood that you can't say the little slick shit that you say to him, because you know he got a slick mouth too. And it's gonna be a word battle. He gonna check your ass in terms of that. And he might fight you. Because I know a lot of guys in the LGBT community, baby, they got a slick mouth and they got the hands to go with it. They will go upside your damn dome in a New York minute. I feel like she knows who to say that shit to. And I don't like the fact that she's using her platform in terms of doing that and then feeling like she can always hurry up and apologize to fix that shit when she really meant it. That's just all I'm saying. We're going to end this with him, because, child, I can only take a little bit of him. All right, so let's get into this fake ass lackluster apology that she's continuing to do. Now, she already wrote out an apology. So here she is after reading the comments, because Heavenly does be in the blogs and she does read all of the comments. I be there as well. Shout out to Schoolboy. All right, that's the homie as well. She says that, let me see your comment, because I do have quite a few people who support my channel that are in the LGBT community as well. Says that the white LGBTQIA has more pull than the black. I agree. And so she needs to humble herself. I agree with that. Absolutely. I agree with that. All right. Shout out to Schoolboy. You guys check out Schoolboy too, because she has a lot of great content as well. All right. Yes, honey. Look what you saying, Snatched by Diego. He's talking to Sweet Essence, says that's what people don't understand. It is not about black gay community. Y'all got an issue with, says it's the white gay men that are causing the ruckus. Yeah. Okay. All right. I feel like Funky Dineva go a little bit too far, too much as well. But let's continue. Let's get into this apology though that Heavenly gave. I feel like it was total bullshit. I feel like it's one of those, I'm scared that they about to sit my ass down. Let me hurry up and apologize again. Because you already apologized. If you meant it the first time, I don't understand why you got to continue to apologize. If I apologize one time, that's it. I'm not gonna keep apologizing to your ass. But she knows something's coming down the pipeline. So she's really trying to get ahead of the inevitable right now, is what it sounds like. Let's get into this shit. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Let's go.
I love y'all. I'm just emotional right now because and again, let me apologize for what I said before. I made a lot of people feel uncomfortable about something I made, and it was mistaken. And I want to say I apologize. It was an ignorant statement I made about, being a real man, or whatever. I want to apologize for that again and again. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I didn't mean anything by it, but it doesn't take away from somebody I might have hurt their feelings. So I will apologize for that again and again and again. I was wrong. That was an ignorant statement. And I recant that whole thing.
I bet
I love y'all. I'm just emotional right now because and again, let me apologize for what I said before. I made a lot of people feel uncomfortable about something I made, and it was mistaken. And I want to say I apologize. It was an ignorant statement I made about, being a real man, or whatever. I want to apologize for that again and again. Y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I didn't mean anything by it, but it doesn't take away from somebody I might have hurt their feelings. So I will apologize for that again and again and again. I was wrong. That was an ignorant statement. And I recant that whole thing.
Pay attention to the again and again and again. Okay. Something else you do again and again and again, as when this shit right here die down, because we only know you apologizing to keep yourself from being canceled and or fired. So again and again and again, your ass gonna do the same shit once this die down, because it's a pattern of behavior with you, Heavenly. It's a pattern of behavior with you. Let me see what the next tab is.
It is.
All right, so this is what her initial comment was. For those of you that are watching me that did not catch what the comment was that she said that was disrespectful. All right.
So when you have a conversation with somebody, if somebody gets upset and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men, you know what I'm saying? The guys that is kind of soft, but real men are gonna feel like, you know what I mean? Straight men are gonna feel like if you tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a problem with it. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. So when you have a conversation with somebody, if somebody gets upset and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men, you know what I'm saying? The guys that is kind of soft, but real men are gonna feel like, you know what I mean? Straight men are gonna feel like if you tell my wife to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Real men. So gay men are not real men. They got a dick just like everybody else. I mean, you act like you got one too, Heavenly. Nope. No shade, but you do, girl. He's still a man. It's still a man. I don't give a fuck if they got a wig on. Down there says that they're a man. Okay? That's just a fact. It is what it is. Gotta really watch your mouth. Okay? And then the fact that you're going to try to throw in there in the beginning of your apology is you're getting really emotional. That lets me know that you're trying to manipulate your audience into feeling sorry for you. And please take me back. I really didn't mean that. Please don't cancel me. That's what it's giving. And let me tell you somebody else that did that manipulative bullshit. Okay, Dr. Jackie. I pay very close attention to people and their mannerisms and how they act and patterns of behavior. Dr. Jackie did the same thing when she spoke on Black women like to fake and like to lay out of work when they should be going. Y'all remember that whole bullshit that she said. And as soon as they got on her ass good, what did she do? Called in her makeup crew, whipped up some tears, sat on her couch real prim and proper, and issued a long ass apology, honey. Reading off a script too, because my thing is, if you're real sorry about some shit, you don't got to write no script. That shit should come from the heart. Okay, fuck a script. If you said some shit that was out of line, the same way you said that shit in the beginning, you don't need no fucking script. Say that shit right from the heart and what you mean. It's giving that it was more of a production versus a real ass apology. You gotta watch your fucking mouth when you are in that climate. When you are especially a public figure. Because the bigger they are, the harder they fucking fall. And that's just facts on facts. Jackie was wrong. Jackie was a fucking mean girl. Heavenly, you were wrong. And you are a fucking mean girl as well. And I see why you guys hang together. Because you have I keep saying it. One cannot hang together unless they agree. You are a mean girl. Once again, there's some underlying issues with you, Heavenly, that you definitely need to fix. And your mouth is going to wind up getting you in a world of trouble. Now, yesterday, I talked to you guys about one of Heavenly's employees. And I'm going to bring it up again because I also have another lawsuit that we're going to read off on her ass too. I'm on your ass, Heavenly. I'm on your ass today, bitch. All right. So I read to you guys and I talked to you guys yesterday about a lawsuit from one of Heavenly's employees who knows her very well. She sued Heavenly for making a very derogatory and a very inappropriate comment to her. Heavenly refused to retract her statement, but then tried to run ahead and quiet this person down when she heard that there was going to be a lawsuit. I talked to you guys about this yesterday. Now, she called this Black woman ugly, called her a gorilla, a whole bunch of shit she shouldn't have said. This woman, of course, worked for her at her dental practice. There were words exchanged, of course. All right. This person went and got her a lawyer, and she sued her. She was Heavenly's dental assistant, and she sued Heavenly, and she won. And she got a huge settlement out of the deal. But Heavenly, of course, tried to run ahead and make her be quiet and tried to have the record sealed so that no one would know about this in order to protect her reputation. So this is the person you see on my screen right now. Can say whatever the fuck they want to say, anything derogatory, anything out of line. And once they see that accountability is being taken, or responsibility has to be taken, what do? Is not shut up. You're not about to ruin me. That's what this apology right here that we just played was for. She doesn't want to be taken down a peg or two. Heavenly's gotten so big for her britches, and I said it before, a monster has been created through Heavenly on this fucking network. Bravo's created a fucking monster because they've allowed her time after time to get away with shit. And it's only snowballed into something so big that now people are saying, we're tired of this bullshit. Like, it's not funny no more. Like it used to be where Heavenly would hide her insults in jokes and say, oh, I'm only joking. But now it's to the point where you saying shit with your chest and people are saying, yeah, no, bitch, that shit ain't funny no fucking more. Like, that was offensive. And then when they lean on your ass real heavy, you feel that weight of accountability, then you want to come back and issue this fucking apology sitting in the same space that you said the shit. And people are not so quick to take that apology now. So now what do? I feel like maybe you had a conversation with Funky Dineva because he does have a large platform. And he came in to help windmill for you as well. It was like, oh my God, I'm not getting through to the people. What can I do for reinforcements? Now, I'm not saying maybe she told him to get up there and say something, but they are friends. And I feel like maybe they had a conversation off the record and he kind of felt her energy in terms of how she felt about how people were not receiving what she had to say and the fear of her maybe being canceled by what she said. So now let me get in reinforcements of someone with a larger platform to reach the people and let them know I'm really sorry for this shit and that it really wasn't that serious. I think I speak for everyone watching me in the bushes and in my chat when I say, Heavenly, fuck you and your apology. Because at this point, it has gone to the point we just don't care about you apologizing no more. Because apology without changed behavior, they call that bullshit. That's exactly what that shit is. Apologies without changed behavior. That's called bullshit. That's called manipulation. All right? Yeah. I told you guys yesterday, one of Heavenly's dental assistants who's known her since she and Dr. Damon were in dental school, her name is Shay Knox. I'm going to call names because we do. All right. She said she's known Heavenly all the way back, her and Dr. Damon, all the way back until they were in dental school. Heavenly was driving a Ford Taurus and Dr. Damon was driving an Expedition. Okay. They hadn't made it yet. Season 1 of Married to Medicine, they won't nobody. They were just standing back just like everybody else trying to be seen and known. Heavenly has started to feel herself by being on TV and making all this money. But she loves to talk so much shit about everybody else, but you don't talk about your own life. Now you're on Married to Medicine and you harass the fuck out of Phaedra about what she don't share, but she don't talk about. But anytime somebody asks you something about your marriage, Heavenly, because you're on the same platform as the rest of those women, and anytime somebody bring up something about you, your personal life, anything, you don't want to talk about that, but your deflection comes from calling everybody else shit out and calling Apollo on the show, and you did all of that to force Phaedra into a storyline that she didn't even sign up for. Okay? People been asking you for years, why the fuck your husband don't sleep in the same room with you? Why is it rumors out here that your husband running around with Becky's, and then we hear that he has an outside child? You won't ever address that shit. You never address that. We ain't heard about this damn lawsuit that I talked about where your employee came and fired your ass for saying some fucked up stuff to her. But what you did do was get on Messy Monday with Carlos King and talk about Melody supporters and the millimeters harassing you and calling your job when you harassing people at your job. You harassing your own employees by speaking negatively about them and calling another black woman a fucking gorilla. That's some racist shit. Now, black people can be racist against our own people. We can. We can. That's some ignorant shit. It is. That's some nigga shit. Let's break that down. Fuck that. We're not gonna choose our words this morning. That's some nigga shit. How you racist against your own people? For you to call another black woman, okay? I'm proud to be a black woman. I'm very proud. But for you to look another black woman in the face and call her a gorilla, I don't give a fuck how mad you were. It shows your ignorance. And it shows, one, you have some issues within yourself. You have some self-hate. You have a lot of self-hate, Heavenly, because you're around a lot of bad bitches. And I say that in a nice way. I say that you're around a lot of bad, respectful women on the cast that you work with, and you're constantly comparing yourself to them. And the only way that you can make yourself feel better is to verbally assault them. You got to be careful being around those type of people who always have to verbally assault you in order to make themselves feel better. There's always on the negative bullshit that always like to pick you apart. Heavenly does that all the time with everybody she's around. If you watch her very carefully, she does it on her YouTube platform. She does it on Married to Medicine. Anytime you see her, she always turns something positive into a negative when it relates to other women. And it's all because you have some self-hate. It is. You look at them. They're nice, nice looking skinny women. She's very successful. Heaven's very successful, but that's not enough for her because she's constantly comparing herself to other women. You're not happy within yourself. I don't feel like she's happy within her marriage. I feel like she, pretends to be, but behind closed doors, that's where the real story is. Let's continue. I want to get into this lawsuit right quick. Because you don't want to talk about it, bitch. I sure the fuck will. All right, let's get into it. Because I come with receipts, baby. We do. Yeah, we do. See, why you forcing other people? Let me help you with your storyline next season, Heaven. Okay? Let me help you. Let me help you with your storyline for next season. Since you don't want to talk about your shit, you want to force everybody else to talk about some uncomfortable shit. Let me help you with your storyline. Because you built your storyline season after season off everybody else's life, marriage, inconsistencies, the whole nine. You want to talk about everybody else's shit and stuff that's uncomfortable for them. Let me help you with your storyline for next season. Okay, let's do that. All right, so this is a legal document from Blackman versus Kimes, DDS ETAL. Let's get into it. October 22nd of 2021, a Blackman, second amend NOVD to plaintiff affidavit DeLuke, as you guys can see, was filed involving a dispute between Blackman, Kimberly, and Kimes. Heavenly E, Heavenly E, DDS Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. All right, let's get into it. All right. Document file date was May 11th of 2023. Case filing date of October 22nd of 2021. All right. This is for malpractice for Dr. Heavenly's dental office. Kimberly Blackman versus Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. All right. We're going to get into it. Yeah. So we didn't hear about this on the show. Why didn't we? This is a part of your life. You're a dentist. You're a dentist, right? You got people fighting on the show and everything else, fucking up their relationships. And look at your shit out here. I always count on Caramel to come through. All right, status, malpractice. You see it right here on my screen. Can y'all see it? Okay, let's continue. All right, and so we see here the file number here. I'm going to try to read as much as I can. This is a civil action, it appears. It says that the deposition of Dean M. DeLuke, DDS, MDA, will be taken remotely 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, May 16th of 2023 by counsel by defendant at Hall Booth Smith, PC. All right. The deposition will occur remotely from the office of defendant located at 191 Peachtree Street, Suite 2900, Atlanta, Georgia. She does live in Atlanta. The taking of Dr. DeLuke's deposition does not impede defendant's right to take Dean M. DeLuke's deposition at the later date should he be identified as a trial witness who has opinions as to any breach of duty owed by defendant or Dr. Heavenly Kimes, professional negligence, proximate cause, and damages in the above case for an additional 5 hours as allowed by the state of Georgia if so required. The deposition of Dean M. DeLuke, DDS, MBA, will be conducted before a duly appointed court reporter. This deposition will be recorded by stenographic means, all right, and may be videotaped. This deposition of Dean M. DeLuke, DDS, will be continued as needed and may last up to 7 hours. Dean M. DeLuke, DDS, MBA, is demanded to represent the following material: documents, records, bills, and attached items shown in Exhibit A, pursuit. Let's see, and that's the number. It says that this 11th day of May of 2023. All right. So as you guys can see, this particular lawsuit is because of a malpractice. So something, y'all know what malpractice is. Some shit happened down at the dental office, child, and then somebody sued the fuck out of her. All right. Y'all see here. Y'all see here. So these are the things that they're asking for here. All right. It says the notice to produce document items. So she's asking document, what is it, affidavits and drafts, affidavits supporting notes made by you in creation of the affidavit. All letters, emails, text messages between you and counsel for Kimberly Blackman, herself, and other persons citing on her behalf. They're asking for a copy of your updated curriculum, along with any prior curriculum from October 22nd, 2014 through October 22nd through 2019, including but not limited to the curriculum on December 6th of 2021, the date you signed your affidavit. So these are things that they're asking for here to have this malpractice lawsuit against Dr. Heavenly's Smile by Dr. Heavenly's dental office, you guys. Okay, y'all see it right here. We don't gotta lie. Kimberly Blackman, plaintiff, versus Smiles by Dr. Heavenly, defendant. Yeah, y'all see that? Civil action, file number, that's the file number. Jury trial of 12 demanded. So this was a trial. Heavenly had to be in a trial for malpractice most recently, you guys. She never talked about this shit she's never talked about this shit on the show. I've never heard her talk about it. As much as she go live, she's never even mentioned it. Never almost mentioned this shit. I'm successful. You are successful. But you ain't talking about this shit. Let me help you with your storyline, though. All right, certificate of service. Let's go down a little bit. Let's read just a little bit. Just be nosy. It says, I certify that I have served the following second amended notice of video deposition and notice to produce documents to plaintiff's affidavit deemed them dispute via e-filing service in Gwinnett County. All right, so that's the website there. And serve via electronic mail to the following below. Counsel of record as shown, honey. Kimberly Blackman, they give the address on this 11th day of May of 2023. That's not too long ago, honey. All right. So Hall Booth PC says the James Dean Georgia bar number. That's the bar number there. Counsel for defendant Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. Okay. So she is being sued. They got her bar number and everything. All right. Mm-hmm. So y'all see that there was a lawsuit recently filed for malpractice against a lady by the name of Kimberly Blackman versus Smiles by who? You see it right here on my screen. Dr. Wood Heavenly Kimes from Married to Medicine. All right. Mm-hmm. Y'all know Heavenly does not take insurance at her dental office. She takes cash. All right. And it looks a little suspicious. Are you hiding how much you're making per year, Heavenly? I don't know. Allegedly. Okay. Most people always ask you to pay them in cash. Are you reporting all of your earnings to the IRS, sis? Because a lot of people who do that shit sometimes don't. I'm saying allegedly. Some businesses say, yeah, we don't take cash only. All right. And that's not, that's not uncommon for people to only take cash at their business. But, if you're trying to, you don't take insurance, maybe because you don't want that to be tracked in terms of when you file per year. You only take cash over there. That's what I'm hearing. And you have to pay $4,500 up front for for your little fee. All right. That's what the people say. That's what the people say down there. You got to pay $4,500 in order to get your consultation. What is it? A consultation fee is non-refundable consultation fee, because according to her, she claims that people have been calling her office and making appointments, and they just want to see her because they've seen her on the show, like they fanning out over her. So she's now put a $4,500 fee up there that you got to pay prior to her seeing you, and that's additional to any type of work that she do on your mouth. All right. So that's for your ass right there, Dr. Heavenly. All right. So let's stop sharing. So she was just sued for malpractice, in case you guys did not know. Okay. Let's move on though. Oh, I love a good receipt, Lord. Oh, I love the way the Lord used me just then. The Lord was using me, won't he? Mm-hmm. I was about to let the devil use me. I said, Lord, you use me right here, honey, because we're going to put this tea out here. Yes, we will. Let me help you with your storyline, bitch, while you out here talking shit about somebody else. That's some shit you can talk about next season. Okay. Bravo. Check this video out. All right. Y'all can, run that by her. Production, Bravo production crew. Y'all can run that by Heavenly and see if she, be ready to talk about that. All right. Let's move on, though. Move my bangs, child. All right, so let's continue with my showgirl. All right. Now, I told y'all how I love the Wayans brothers. Y'all know that they were just inducted into the NAACP Hall of Fame. Now, as you guys may know, Deon Cole was the host of the NAACP Awards, and he is funny as hell. I wanted to play this for you guys when I saw this. I said, this is so funny. I love him. If you guys have not had a chance to check him out, wow, something on my lip. If you guys have not had a chance to check him out on Netflix for his stand-up comedy, baby, he is so funny. Check him out. But for right now, let's go ahead and watch this because he went in talking about Kanye West and so many other people. Shannon Sharp, like he is funny as hell. Let's get into it. So we need a little ha-ha after that whole Dr. Heavenly Tea. He is a fool. I love Deon Cole. Y'all can't tell me shit about Deon Cole. He is funny as hell. I have been following him for so damn long. He is funny. Look out. He is funny, y'all. I enjoyed that. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to some Jamal Bryant news, child. Let me tell y'all something I don't like. When I go to church, I don't want to hear politics in church. Politics and spirituality should not meet. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear about Trump in church. If I'm having a hard week, because y'all know, some of y'all know you have a hellified week and y'all be like, Lord, if I could just get to church, God. And you get to church and the pastor standing there talking about Trump after you done had a hellified week. You done about snapped off on somebody, your ass about went to jail for going across somebody's damn head. You done about cussed your boss out. And you said, Lord, if I could get to church on Sunday. And you get there and the pastor standing there talking about some mess that you don't care to hear. You don't put your last $2 in your gas tank and took your ass to church just to get there, and the damn pastor is up there talking about Trump. I don't want to hear politics in church. I really don't. But let's get into what Jamal Bryant had to say, because he's catching some backlash as well. All right. Yeah, he is. Let's go. Let's get into this, child. Let me share. Because child. I don't want to hear about no damn Trump when I get to church. I don't want to hear politics, nothing politics in church. That should not be there. When I go there, child, I want to feel the spirit. I want to hear some good singing. All right. I want to hear all that. I really don't even want to hear the damn announcements. Y'all know they have the church announcements. I'd be like, skip that shit. I don't want to hear that. I had a hellified week. I don't want to hear the fucking announcements. I want to hear some singing, some good singing. I ain't going to no church if ain't no good singing there. That's important to me. Music and singing and the good word, honey. If you can't preach good, sit down. Because I ain't never come back to your church again if you ain't got them too. But and I need to feel the spirit too while I'm there. All right, so let's get into what's said.
Praying for me all week. You've been nervous all week, but I ain't afraid of the spooks that sat at the door. These runaway slaves hiding in the White House gonna throw my picture up thinking that I'm gonna be afraid. If you got real courage, don't show my picture. Show the picture of the one that fired the Black Joint Chief of Staff from the military. If you gonna show a picture of the CEO of Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Amazon that does not recognize black dollars or black business. If you gonna put up a picture of the state legislators in Florida that are banning black books. If you gonna put up the picture of the one who is stealing classified information from the IRS and Social Security. If you gonna put up a picture of those that don't want your mama to pay $35 for insulin and your child to pay $35 for inhaler. If you gonna put up a picture of those that are jailing children and separating families. I ain't ever scared. In case you forgot, I'm from the west side of Baltimore. If you got a problem, pull up on me.
Well, all right.
Stokely Carmichael said, our fathers had to run, but my generation is out of breath. We ain't running no more. Yea, though I walk. And after being on the run for 26 years from Saul and Philistines, David said, my running days are over. We don't have to run anymore. You only run when you're scared. But you walk when you got confidence that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Would you look at your neighbor and tell him, I ain't running nowhere. Be like a tree, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. I'm not gonna run when nobody is chasing me, but I'm gonna walk like a smooth operator. I gotta walk because I understand that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. All these other churches might not say nothing, but at 6400 Woodrow, we right outside of Decatur where it's greater. You got to understand that there is more for us than there are against us. Look at your neighbor and say, as long as we stick together, we ain't gotta run. Harriet Tubman said, whenever I tried to make our people be free, there were a few Negroes that tried to go backwards and tried to risk our freedom. I feel bad for them coons in the White House who are in there tap dancing for massa, wearing bow ties, shinning and grinding, laughing like nothing is funny. Get out of there, Negro, and stand with your people so that you understand that God is on our side. Been praying for me all week. You've been nervous.
All right, so right message, wrong messenger. He did get a lot of backlash for some things that he said. I've been looking at a few comments. He's a great speaker. I told you I know Jamal personally. All right, his family, my family, we all grew up Kojic. All right, that whole nine. His nephew played organ at my grandmother's church. I know them very well. His nephew, who was married to Little Bo, played organ at my grandmother. I know. We all know each other. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe because I know things, you know, I'd be like, right message, wrong message. He's a great speaker. He is. He comes from a long line of great speakers. He got a nephew that can preach the house down, but he like women. Jamal was the same way. But a lot of things that he said, let's just say that a lot of things that he said politically, I do agree with in terms of coon people being in the White House and kissing Trump's ass in order to have position and clout and notoriety. I do agree with that. Get your ass the fuck out of there and stand up for your people. That part I do agree with. All right. I don't recommend you tell people this day and age if they got a problem with you to pull up, because you got some young niggas out there that will pull up. Okay, they don't give a fuck about you being a pastor. They will pull up. So I don't know if you need telling people this day and age and this climate to be pulling up on you. But he, you know, again, he is a great speaker. I can give him that. He's a great speaker. I've heard him many times preach. I've seen him many times preach. But yeah, a lot of people had a lot to say about some of the things that he said. And a lot of people were saying, kind of like I said, that I don't feel like politics should be brought into church. I mean, we hear it all the time. You guys can put it in the chat what you guys think. I'm Kojic. Yeah, I'm Kojic, baby. I grew up Kojic. Yes, ma'am. I grew up, honey, with the shouting music and all that. And Caramel can fuck up some drums. Do you hear me? That's how I grew up. A full set, baby. Okay, we can play them. Yes, God. We tap on them hi-hats and yes, God. You hear me? That footwork with that pedal. Bitch, I'll fuck up some drums. But that's how I grew up. Church of God in Christ, honey. Church of God. I know you can't tell from my mouth. I got a real slick mouth, but y'all know, honey, PK kids be the worst kids. And baby, the Lord's still working on me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, he's still working on me. I've been saved, 15 times? I'm working on myself. All right. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. But anywho and anyway, do I feel like politics should ever be brought in church? No. But do I feel like what he said in that particular moment, I feel like it was right, but I feel like maybe it should have been done somewhere else. When I come to church, I don't want to hear about politics. I can't get the spirit from jumping up and down about something Trump doing to somebody who's in the White House. I don't really want to hear that. I want to hear what the Lord is saying, girl. Okay. I want to hear what the Lord is saying out here. Okay. Right message, wrong messenger. That's all I'm saying. I just can't with him. I can't, y'all. I know too much personal shit about him. So when I look at him, I'll be like, nigga, this is the same nigga down there at the strip club. He got caught down there and they, like, nigga, what you doing out here? Oh, I'm trying to get people to vote. Yeah, all right. We'll go with it. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. Y'all can put in the chat what y'all think. I ain't about to go there with Jamal. All right, I ain't going there with Jamal. Jamal is a hot ass mess. But go off, child. Thank you for that sermon. Or not. You're not getting my $1 this morning. That's what you won't do. I'm not sending $1 to your church. Because that's what I start you out with is $1, and then you got to work your way up, Yeah. Let's continue, child. Karen Huger is in the news again, Lord. I want Karen to be quiet. Says I've been baptized twice. Says the water is still above. Tyra, girl, not the water start boiling when you got out. You had that many demons in you, Tyra. Tyra, you had that many demons in you that the water start boiling, baby. When they dipped you up under there and pulled you back up, the water start boiling. I ain't never heard nobody say that. Damn. I thought I was bad, girl. Damn. Woo-wee. Child. They said I think church leaders need to speak up, okay? What you saying, Diego? I said I feel okay. All right, let's get into Karen, honey. Let's get into Karen, child, the drunk Dom. Let's get into the drunk Dom out here. We talked about her ass yesterday. We're gonna talk about her again because, baby, I want Karen to just get somewhere and sit the fuck down. I'm tired of her. Karen, you gonna be they're gonna eulogize you tomorrow in court, girl. I don't want to laugh about this shit. I don't want to laugh about it because it's not a laughing matter. Because you seriously could have taken somebody out. Bitch, you got 4 DUIs. I don't know why you still talking. Like, shut the fuck up and let your attorneys do what they do. And you've been found guilty. You over there at your little resort rehab, as they call it, over there with your feet up and a drink in your hand, telling people you over there getting better when you kicking back that Casamigos out there by the pool. That's what I know your ass is over there doing. I ain't even been there, and I know. Hold on. Yep, my spidey senses just told me your ass laying by the pool with Casamigos in your glass, talking about you at rehab, bitch. And now you back saying some more shit. Let's get into it. Because I ain't got to lie. Okay, we ain't got to do no lying over here. So Karen, girl, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Karen Huger, honey, a.k.a. the drunk Dom over here. The drunk Dom over here, okay? Her. Claims pill withdrawals contributed. Look at me over here sounding like Tisha. Contributed, girl, to DUI arrest in her court plea. Now you a pill popping drunk. Is that what you're trying to tell us? You a pill popping drunk now, Karen? How convenient for you to run to rehab, girl, after they give you a guilty verdict when you know that your ass about to have that jury trial that you requested, knowing your ass was fucking drunk out here. You know your ass was drunk out there sipping on the Casamigos by the pool with your legs crossed out there, drunk again. 4 DUIs is excessive. And the fact that you were able to dodge jail time from all 4 of those is beyond me, because any regular person out here, Leroy or Miss Janie out here, ass would have been locked up. But because your ass is on TV, you get away with that shit. And people are saying they don't think that shit is right. So now you throwing out some more shit out here talking about some pills, girl. Okay. The pill your ass should have been taking with some damn Paxil or some Prozac. That's what your ass should have been taking with your crazy ass to hop your ass behind the wheel knowing that you were 3 shades in the wind. Yeah, you were, girl. Now, black people and white people, let me just say this. When you drink too much, it's a word that we use, black people. We call it toe back. When we drink too much, we call that shit being toe back. I've been toe back. All right, I've been toe back before. I have. White people are wasted when they drink too much. All right. White people get out there, child, they laid out on the concrete out there on the sidewalk in front of the fucking bar because they can't get to the fucking car. All right. Or they laying out there on the damn ground waiting on the Uber to pull up, and they don't know when the fuck the Uber pull up because they sleep, knock the fuck out by that time because they done drank too much because they what? Wasted. Karen, you were tore back, baby, when you got your ass behind the wheel of your Maserati and fucked it up. Okay? Animals in the wild cannot live there anymore because you came up and through there, barreling through there at 85 miles per hour, girl. And then try to lie and say, you just been lying all this time, Karen. You said a car ran you off the road. No, bitch, the Casamigos ran you off the road. Yes, God, it did. Okay? One of those damn cars out there. You out 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody home, sound asleep, just like Ray. Okay? Ray was sound asleep before you called him 45 times. You know, old people, when they sleep, they be asleep, like in a coma state. Ray didn't hear his first 43 calls that you sent to his ass, but on the 45th call, he heard that phone ringing. Okay? To come and get your ass, and then it took him about an hour to get to the scene because he had to put on his full Easter suit to get down there, and his Inspector Gadget with the split in the back, and his damn church hat. Motherfucker was dressed in full gear when he got to the scene. Yeah, did y'all see Ray? I showed y'all the video yesterday. Ray had on that he had on a full-fledged suit with a bow tie and every fucking thing. I was like, where the fuck is he going? He's going to the scene. Nigga throwing some jeans and a shirt and get down there. Your wife is about to go to fucking prison out here. Okay. Yeah, poor Ray. Got Ray up at 3 o'clock in the morning getting fully dressed in a fucking suit and an Inspector Gadget damn jacket, coat, the long one. Like what people wear when they get fired from their job in the middle of the summer and they come in there with that damn trench coat on. Everybody know that's a great day to use a sick day. Okay? Yes, God. Let me be at work, bitch. And you come in there in the middle of summer with one of them Inspector Gadget jackets on with the split in the back. Oh, that's a great day for me to call out of work. Bitch, I'm in the car. Matter of fact, I'm working from home today, bitch. And I'm calling my boss on the way to the house. Because, bitch, I ain't got time for this. Y'all be on some other shit. All right? Mess around and get fired. Know your ass was on your last and final warning. And you done stampede your ass up in there late. And got the audacity, or the audestiny, as Wanda would call it, to bring your ass back to work the next day with a full long coat on with a split in the back. Okay? On your tackleberry bullshit. Because you decided to come to work late. And got your ass fucking fired. But let's get back on Karen. Let's get back on Karen, girl. Karen is out here saying, girl, that the pills, girl, the pills is what had her out here, girl, uprooting trees and running off. And they want no more signs in the neighborhood, fucking Karen. All right. Stop signs were gone. People were supposed to stop, but they just flew through that bitch. Don't want no stop sign there no more. Thanks to Karen out here, knocking down all the stop signs, knocking down all the children are crossing signs, knocking down all the fucking signs in the neighborhood, all the yield signs. You uprooted all that shit. All because of what? The Casamigos. Let's get into what they're saying here on Jasmine Green. Y'all know it. I'm telling you, I'm warning y'all ass right now. If you at work and the motherfucker come up in there with a trench coat on and you know it ain't that damn cold, gather your shit and go to the car, okay? Gather your shit and go to the car. That's all I'm saying. Don't wait. Don't be like, George, why is George got on this long ass coat? He must be anemic. Bitch, no. Get the fuck out of there, okay? He's not anemic. He's fucking crazy, okay? I wonder why George is wearing this long ass coat. It's really not that cold outside today. Yes, but what is it, about 73? Why the fuck does he have on a long Inspector Gadget coat with the split in the back? That's that set it off coat. You better get your ass in the car and peel the fuck out. All right, call your boss later, child. You live to work another day. All right, I'm about to fuck up my 40 hours on you. But anyway, let's get into Karen, girl. All right, so it says that Karen Honey Huger, aka better known as the Drunk Dom out here, is requesting leniency from a Maryland judge during her sentencing, girl, which would be tomorrow, explaining that the unaliveness of her parents and the stress, girl, of being a responsible leader on the Real Housewives of Potomac led to increased antidepressant use, which may have contributed to her DU of the eye girl arrest. 4 of them to be exact. Now, in court documents, Lord, this bitch is fucking crazy. In court documents, her lawyers describe how the combination of the Acalolo, as Martell spelled it, and medication out there, girl, impaired her coordination, girl, on the night of the incident. I smell a lie in there somewhere, but we'll continue. Karen girl, aka the drunk Dom, entered rehab for alkalolo, as Martell spelled it, and medication and trauma treatment, reporting severe withdrawal symptoms after stopping the medication. Girl, shut your ass up, Karen. Prosecutors urged a 2-year sentence, girl, with 6 months served and mandatory alcohol treatment programs. Karen out here lying like hell. Karen, you ain't so much as took a Tylenol. Stop this bullshit, Karen. Stop this now. Stop it. You got enough money to do grief counseling. I done been through grief counseling. Grief counseling helps. I told y'all my father passed away. I did grief counseling. I had to. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to fool with my friends. I didn't want to take phone calls. Grief counseling helped bring me back to be the person y'all see right now on this screen. Bitch, I was depressed as hell. I was. So that shit works. Don't be trying to blame. And I get it. You are still maybe going through the death of your parents. And that's been some years now. So you should have gone through grief counseling. How the fuck you go out here and get a facelift, but you don't get no counseling? So you just like, bitch, I'm gonna look good, but I'm gonna be fucking crazy. It's like that. Your priorities are fucked up. And you have a sense of entitlement and you feel like you can do what the fuck you want to do because you're the grand dame out here. And nobody can say anything to you because you didn't want to hear what the fucking cops had to say when they pulled up on your ass at the scene. That's why they put them handcuffs on you because do you know who I am? No, bitch, do you know what you about to be? It's called locked up. Yeah. Do you know who I am? Like, they're supposed to take the cuffs off. Oh, I'm sorry. You're the grand dame. Go about your day. Yeah, we're not going to take you in, girl. I forgot we saw you on TV. Fuck out of here. 4 DUIs. You out here getting tummy tucks, facelifts, back lifts, arm lifts, every kind of lift you can. You done got your nose chopped and screwed how many times, Karen? Karen, you about 193 years old, bitch, and you out here looking like you 25 from all these damn surgeries you had, but you couldn't take your ass to rehab. You couldn't get no fucking counseling. You couldn't call no Uber. You couldn't get no lift. Oh, you did get some lifts. I forgot. In this area here. Girl, bye. And that's what the court's going to tell your ass tomorrow. Your priorities are effed up where you feel like you are a celebrity and you can get away with shit. Do you know how many times you could have unalived someone, hopping your drunk ass behind the wheel? And I'm talking to Karen like that, and that's anybody else to do that shit. It's very, very disrespectful to hop your ass behind the wheel, knowing your drunk ass could have called an Uber. We got Uber, Lyft, and all these different car services. There are taxis, all that shit that you can do. Get a designated driver if you need to. If you know you're going out on a night of fun to be drinking, have someone drive you. Because is it fair that someone should lose their loved one because of your irresponsibility? And that's what could have happened here on a very serious note. I know someone who passed away due to a fucking drunk driver. So I know about that shit. And that is just horrendous. It's uncalled for. The first time you did that shit, you should have been like, I got to get my shit together. Because I could have been unalived. The first time you got pulled over for that shit. So no, DUI number 1 was not enough. You had to go back out here and get a second DUI. Second DUI was not enough. You had to go and get a third DUI. Third DUI was not enough. You had to go get a 4th DUI. And now you want to keep throwing out all these things that you said was the reason why, Karen, but the reason, girl, is you. Go get some help. Go get some help. If you popping pills, add that to the list of shit they need to talk to you about when you go to therapy. But what we not gonna do is try to backpedal and coochie pop to get out of these charges that your ass is facing for the 4th. I'm gonna keep reminding your ass too. 4th DUI. That is beyond diabolical. That's beyond. I'm so tired of Karen trying to play in everybody's face. We know why you didn't go to the reunion, Karen. You didn't want to have those questions asked about why the fuck you around here drinking so damn much. Everybody on the show said your ass was a fucking drunk. And you denied it. They tried to ask you on the show. I watched a little bit of that season. Oh, I can't talk about it, because my case is still going, which I understand that. And I already know I'm going to be found not guilty. Bitch, you knew you were already sitting on 4 DUIs. And you set your ass on Real Housewives. I already know I'm going to be found not guilty because I wasn't drunk. Only for the videos to come out. And what were you, girl? Drunk. That's excessive. I don't even know anyone with 4 DUIs. I don't know anybody with 4 DUIs. That is fucking crazy. But hey, we'll see tomorrow. And of course, I will be talking about it. I will definitely go live and give an update in terms of what her sentencing will be, because they're asking for jail time, at least 6 months for Karen. I think, and I said yesterday, and not because I don't like Karen. I don't like the fact that Karen feels like she's above the law because of who she thinks she is. I feel like she needs a rude awakening. I feel like she needs her hand popped. I feel like she needs at least a year. That's what I feel like. And she needs to be ordered to go through intensive therapy because she needs it. And you can get all that in jail, girl. You can. Get all that in jail. You really can. Lock her ass up already, y'all. I'm sick of Karen. Karen, please leave me alone. Please leave me alone about these damn pills and shit. Girl, I don't believe that shit. I don't. And even if you did have that issue, why are we just hearing about it now? Were you drunk when you wrote this post? Were you drunk when you came out and said what you just said? I'm thinking, because you are supposed to be in rehab right now. I'm thinking maybe you had another glass of Casamigos and that shit just popped out too while you down there at the pool, child. They said she got this like a whole massage place there. It's a bar there. Like, what kind of rehab place is this, girl? You got all this, like, sound like you at a fucking resort. She's in Florida, according to what was said. She's at some treatment center in Florida, girl, down there living it up, down there on the beach, calling it therapy. And she hiding out there waiting, hoping that the judge would be like, well, she went to therapy. Let's drop this. Nah, it's your fourth one, baby. I feel like they're going to really sock it to your ass. But let's continue, honey. Get off my screen, you drunk. I ain't got no more for you, Karen. What time is it now? All right. I ain't got no more for you, Karen, girl. Fuck out of here with that. Some pills, the combination, girl. I didn't coordinate. I said, what is this, child? Boomerang? Y'all been a man on Boomerang. You got to coordinate. You got to have the mushroom belt and the mushroom pants, girl. You got to coordinate. Girl. Okay. Karen, coordinate your ass down in the cell block for leave me the fuck alone with this. Let's move on. 15-year-old. I hate to see stuff like this. A 15-year-old boy is facing unaliving charges for pow-powing his mom's baby daddy 12 times, girl, after he allegedly punched her repeatedly and called her a HOE girl, a garden tool. Now, let me say this, women. I do not like when you get with aggressive men and you have children in the house and they see this shit, because then you put them in a situation to where they feel like they have to defend their mother. Boys especially. Okay, boys, kids should not be put in situations to where they have to defend their mother against her mother's boyfriend. So much so to the fact that your child got to catch charges behind a crazy nigga that you chose to move in your house with your children that's being aggressive towards you, whether it's by conversation or by hands. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that a woman should be dating a man, move him into her house, and he on some aggressive bullshit to where her children got to jump in and possibly be put in a situation to where they are hurt and or unalive for trying to protect their mother. All right. This is the boyfriend on the screen that you guys are seeing this, and he is deceased because the 15-year-old stepped up and defended his mother. That's what you're supposed to do. Boys already have a certain love for their mother anyway. I know I'm a boy mom. Okay, I'm a boy mom. My son always say, Mom, if someone ever tries to hurt you, I'm going to take them down. My son play football too, y'all. So he about that life. He be ready to tackle somebody. I'm going to take, that's what he say. Mom, I'm going to take them down. If anybody ever tries to hurt you, I'm going to protect you, Mom. And I be like, look at my baby. He play football. So that's what he do. He tackle. He be ready to tackle. I be like, okay, baby. All right. Mom, if anybody ever tries to hurt you, I'm going to tackle them. That'd be him. I'm tackling them down, Mom. I'd be like, okay. But my thing is this. Once again, like I just said, children should not be put in situations to where they got to fight and or unalive adults because you made a fucked up situation to be with someone that's toxic. Okay, let's go ahead and read into this because this kind of tugged at my heart a little bit. Because y'all know how I feel about kids, honey. I don't like it. I don't like when people be on that. Now, a 15-year-old boy from Ohio is facing unaliving charges after allegedly pow-powing his stepfather for hurting his mom. It says that the teen named Ronez Joyce is accused of pow-powing 30-year-old Levante Hyde at least 12 times in a Cincinnati home. It says that this happened about 30 minutes after Hyde reportedly attacked Joyce's mother, according to the police and court records. Assistant Prosecutor Tatiana Rienges explained in court that Joyce had enough time to find a pow-pow, open a safe, take the weapon out, and wait for Hyde before pow-powing him. So they're saying, trying to make it look like it's premeditated. It says that before the pow-powing, that Joyce's mother had filed a police report saying that Hyde had assaulted her. Now, saying the court document says that Hyde, who shares 2 children with Joyce's mom, hit her in the face several times with a closed fist while they were driving home from a store, leaving her injured and called her a garden tool. Okay, y'all read between the lines. It says that police arrived at the house around 12:30 a.m., all right, and found Hyde with multiple pow-pow wounds. It says that he was rushed to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, but later passed away from his injuries. It says that Joyce was arrested later on that day. Now, in court, he denied the charges against him and will remain in custody until his next hearing, which is coming up on March the 3rd, okay? Yeah. I mean, this is a catch-22. I don't agree that you should take someone's life, but I do agree that you should always defend yourself and your mother. He was doing what he was supposed to do. 15-year-old, he's the man of the house. Obviously, his mother's not married, so yeah, he was stepping up as being a man of the house, and he was protecting his mother as he should. I'm not even gonna say nothing negative about that. Okay, somebody said that's in their city. That's very sad that he had to be put in that situation because mother chose somebody who was aggressive. Was your 15-year-old supposed to sit there in the car? Obviously, he was in the car and he saw that, or maybe saw his mother. Whatever happened to her face or whatever when the man hit her, that struck a chord with him, and he did what any 15-year-old will do when he's protecting his mom. Maybe I wasn't there, but maybe, I'm just, worst case scenario, maybe some words were exchanged, and dude was like, "Hey, you put your hands on my mama. I gotta do what I gotta do. We gotta protect mama out here. I ain't about to see no grown ass man pull up to my mama like that and do that shit." Okay. All right, so let's read some comments because a lot of people had different things in terms of different feelings on this conversation here on this topic. Let's get into it. This person says, "I bet he won't punch nobody else's mama and won't." This person says, "Free that baby. He should have never been put in that situation." I agree. Says that he was defending his mother. Let this boy go. Oh my God, right? Somebody saying free that kid. A lot of people saying free him because he was doing what he was supposed to do in terms of protecting his mom. Says to free that baby and get him some therapy, right? Because that is very traumatic for him to have to take someone's life in defense, to defend his mother. So obviously he's dealing with that. That's probably something that's replaying in his mind. That moment, that's probably something that's never going to go away. He will need some therapy behind that. He will. All right. Says that I've got not guilty, case closed. Somebody said not guilty, case closed for him. It says, "I'm sorry, this child was protecting his mother. And at 15, they don't have the cognitive discernment of an adult," right? Says that she was assaulted by, and he reacted. Says that if I was on the jury, I would be a not guilty. It would be a not guilty for me. Yeah. They said probably saved his mom's life. Yeah. Because how many times do we hear about a woman being in a situation where DV is present? A lot of women die, or not die, but a lot of women are unalived by DV situations and in relationships. So yeah, maybe he saved his mother's life for what was to come. Because if he put his hands on her that time, what's to say he wouldn't do it again? Because you've already crossed that threshold. We talked about this before. We talked about how abusive situations are. It starts with the raising of the voice, and then it escalates to a push. From a push, it goes to a hit, and therefore, and thereon, and therefore, it continues. It continues. So if you don't stop it, and I'm not telling nobody to go out here and do that, but I'm saying if you don't stop it and remove yourself from situations like that, especially when you have children, especially daughters, because you don't want to train them that this is how you have to be in a relationship, and that's how a relationship is supposed to be, where a man yelled at you or disrespect you or call you out of your name. That's not how a relationship is supposed to be. When you're raising daughters, they watch you. They're like sponges. They're soaking up what they see. If they see mama bringing all types of men in all times of day and night, they're going to grow up to think, hey, I can do the same thing. Or I'm gonna do the same thing. If they're growing up seeing a man yelling at the mother and calling her any types of name or putting hands on her, then they're going to grow up and feel like that's how a man is supposed to love them. But when you're raising sons in the house, you don't want a son to feel like he has to sit back or stand down when another man come in and disrespect their mom. Okay. Absolutely not. Boys are protectors by nature. All right. A man's job is to protect and provide. And that's how you're supposed to raise your son. That's how I raised mine. He's a protector already at 9. Okay. Already at 9. And it's understood that that's how he is supposed to be when it comes to mom. Nobody can say nothing crazy. Nobody can put their hands on mama. Nobody can be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form to mama. And that's how obviously this young man saw this situation. And I can't fault him on that. Now, when you take someone's life, that is a crime. We got to look at it in that way. That is a crime. And that's how the police, that's how the justice system is looking at this situation. Yeah. You know, they're looking at that. Okay, we get it that you were protecting your mom, but this is a crime. Someone's life was lost behind this. They're going to throw out all different types of scenarios in terms of say, hey, why didn't you call 911? Why you didn't call the police? Why you didn't have, you know, that's one of the things they're going to ask in terms of why you didn't call the police in terms of taking the law into your own hands. And now you're in a situation. I saw somewhere else on another website where people are starting a GoFundMe for this young man and his family in order to help with his legal defense, because they're saying, hey, he was doing what he's supposed to do to take up for his mom. So it's sad that he is now probably going to be tried as an adult for taking up for his mom. So now he's put in a situation to where he's no longer there to protect his mother, because it's given that that's the type of men that she likes to date. So what's to say this man, of course, is not here anymore. He's been unalived by her son. So you're going to date somebody else who's probably going to talk crazy to you because it's given a pattern of behavior in terms of the men that you like to date. And what's to say you don't be put in that situation again. Now your son is going to be locked up in prison, away to where he can't protect you from said situation. So it's fucked up that you put him in a fucked up situation by your fucked up choices, mom. We got to blame mom for this. We got to blame mom for this. Okay. We got to blame mom for this. Yeah, that's for anybody else in my chat. Women, stop dating men. Stop dating men that are aggressive. Stop having men around your kids that are aggressive. Okay, that's just a lesson right here. Let's get off that. I feel like he should be free, but we know it's not going to happen because he committed a crime. Okay, if you unalive somebody, you know. Now, self-defense, that's different. If he was coming at you, fighting you, he was trying to take your life, that's different. You know, and even the way the courts look at it is if somebody breaking your house, let's just give you a scenario. Okay, for those of you that carry, if someone breaking your house and they're trying to run out of your house and get away, and you chase them and you pow them, you can be charged for that shit. If they outside, you can be charged for that, because it's showing that you are the aggressor. They were trying to get away. They were no longer a threat to you. That's how they look at that shit. They're no longer a threat to you, but you chase this person down and you committed a crime. That's how they look at it. And it's so crazy. A person will break in your house, your personal space, and be a threat to you. And if you chase them down to do whatever it is that you do to them, we're going to say it that way, you can be looked at as the aggressor when this person broke into your home. We'll do it even better. If somebody put their hands on you, okay? Somebody put their hands on you, beat your ass royally. All right? That person leaves the situation, you go and get a weapon and you come back and you do something to them, you are wrong in that situation. Even though they did what they did to you. Even though they did what they did to you, you are still known as the aggressor. You will still go to fucking prison. You know why? Because this person was not an aggressive. They were not being aggressive in that moment to you. So then it looks like, one, it's premeditated because you held on to that situation. You were pissed off and you used that as a reason to, I guess, reciprocate an ass whipping or whatever you do to that person. You can be in prison probably for the rest of your life for something that was done to you. So, you know, the justice system is crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of people in prison for defending themselves or loved ones. Unfortunately, it's how you do that shit. It's unfortunate. Let's move on. I watch a lot of crime shows. Can y'all tell? I watch a lot of crime shows. And for those of you that carry, okay, you got to know what you're doing out here, because you don't want to, you have a right to bear arms. But in the midst of you doing that shit, if you unalive somebody, we have a lot of people that's in the stand your ground state as well. But you got to know how that shit works. All right. You got to know how that shit works. You can't just be out here like Rambo, child. You can't. You just can't. You got to know the law, and you got to know how that shit works if you have arms in your home. Let's move on. Let me get off that, because sometimes YouTube don't like us talking about stuff like that. I try to say it in a way to where it's not so, aggressive. All right, so 2 of my favorite artists you see right here on my screen. All right, Chris Brown, Leon Thomas. All right, love these 2. Now it's been put out there that Chris Brown is hinting at doing a collaboration, aka a remix with Leon Thomas. I love Leon Thomas. I'm a huge fan, been a huge fan. All right, he is now an artist where he's out putting out music, but before he put out music, he was writing music for several artists behind the scenes. All right, a lot of your favorite songs he was writing for before he even came out to even drop his own album, and I have much respect for him. Chris Brown as well. He's a triple threat. So is Leon Thomas. But let me just go ahead and say, I cannot wait for this remix to come out. Y'all know how I feel about music. I love music. I love me some Chris Brown. He's at the top of the list of one of my favorite artists. He here. I'm gonna go ahead and put Leon Thomas here because I love both of these people on my screen. For those of you that don't know who he is, y'all know the song Mutt. Y'all heard the song Take Your Time? What's the rush? Y'all know the song. Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Y'all heard the song? If y'all listen to the radio, it's on there, baby. Every time you turn it on, okay? It's on there. That's my sound. When I hear that shit, everything stop. If you get in the car with me, don't talk when Mutt come on. Because that's my song. All right, I'm blasting it. So there's supposed to be a remix with Leon Thomas and Chris Brown, you guys. Okay, Chris Brown has put his stamp of approval on, as you guys can see, Chris Brown official. He's put his stamp of approval, okay, on Leon Thomas's song, Mutt. So they're saying that they're supposed to be doing some type of collaboration. I'm excited about that. Okay, this song eats down, baby. I love this song. Have y'all ever heard this song? Yes, girl. Yes. Come on. Put it in the chat. Put in the chat if y'all know who Leon Thomas is. If you guys are fans of Leon Thomas. All right. I already know y'all fans of Chris Brown, but let me know if y'all know who Leon Thomas is. All right. Y'all said you never heard the song before? That is my jam, y'all. Cause I let my guard down for you. And I let my guard down for you. And I can be vulnerable. And I can break my heart if you want to. So you take your time. What's the rush? Hey. Ooh. And I'm a dog. I'm a mud. Y'all never heard this song? Are y'all serious right now? Y'all never heard this song. I cannot believe this. Y'all have never heard this song. Well, I just be up on my music like that. I be up on my. Anywho, he people call him a new artist. He's really not a new artist. He's been out for quite some time, but he is getting ready to do a collaboration with Chris Brown. So that's gonna be huge because y'all already know how Chris Brown get down, baby. Anything he touched. Somebody said, yes, I've heard it. Come on, Siobhan Foster. Somebody said, I've heard it, listening to it now. Somebody said, I'm listening to it now. Yes, go pull it up. Leon Thomas, Mutt. All right, the dude is so talented. His writing abilities are very, very good. He can sing his ass off and he plays instruments. I love it. I'm a fan. I've been a fan. I've been knowing about Leon Thomas. All right, but shout out to him. Shout out to Chris Brown for this collaboration. I love it. I would love for them to do an album together too. That would be great. Or go on tour. That'd be a great tour. I'm gonna get my damn. Somebody said, I know that song. Come on, Lonnie. Somebody said, never heard of him with the song. Go look it up. Phoebe said, you better sing real. I had to sing a little bit like that so y'all know what I'm talking about. Because some of y'all be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But that is my song. Oh, that is my song. Lord have mercy. But shout out to Leon Thomas. All right, let's move on. All right, just had to let y'all know, child. For those of y'all music heads out there, yeah. All right, let's get into some more topics. All right, so Jesus the Snowman out here, child. He's already going through all the bullshit he's going through, child, with Sue Young out here, Jeannie Mai. Where she mad at him for throwing all her stuff in the damn garage, where she said the rats that went through there and ate up her awards and stuff. I was like, girl, you ain't got no awards, dude. I ain't never seen you get no award. But anyway, girl, somebody said, yes, he used to be on the Disney Channel. Says he's been in business for he's been out there for years. Yes, girl. Cause I let my guard down for you. That's my shit. All right, woo, Lord, let me move on, Lord. All right, so as you guys can see, Jeezy is suing his ex-managers and claims that they profited from his earnings and blocked access to his financial records. All right, let's get into it. So Jeezy is suing his former managers after losing trust in them, claiming that they profited from his hard work, girl. He says that the rapper filed legal documents accusing Solomon Forney, his longtime manager and business partner, Eddie Brigman, of enriching themselves off Jesus' earnings. It says that the two had worked together for over a decade, establishing Agency 99 to handle Jesus' finances with Brigman's company. It says that the Say group responsible for the financial side. However, Jeezy later discovered that Brigman wasn't a licensed CPA. Ooh. Says that by late 2024 that Jeezy grew frustrated and attempted to sever ties, but says that Forney and Bridgen blocked his access to essential financial records. They've been stealing from you, because that's what it sounds like. Unable to comply with Georgia law without the necessary documents to either dissolve or reinstate Agency 99, Jeezy is now taking legal action, demanding the release of all financial records and seeking damages. Okay. Sound like they've been skimming off the top. That's what it sounds like. They've been skimming off the top of your money, and you've been so busy over there fighting with Jeannie, you ain't thought about that shit. Or you ain't been paying attention to your money because you've been over there fighting with Jeannie over there, girl. And they've been over there stealing your damn money, and they done frauded you out of your little money over there. So now you got to spend more money to get your money, and that's unfortunate. Okay. It is what it is. Do I feel sorry? I don't know. Maybe later. For right now, no. I try to care, but I don't. Moving on. All right, get your money, honey. Spend your money. Go and get you a good old lawyer. Make sure he is board certified and all that shit, and get your money. All right. Let's get into the Love Marriage Huntsville news out here. Love Marriage Huntsville, as some of the people call it. All right. Let's get it up. Coming on my screen. Somebody say, "Oh yeah, I know that song." I know y'all heard it before. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm listening to gospel jazz. That's what Cassandra says. Yeah, I like jazz too. I listen to everything. I told you, I listen to all kind of music except heavy metal. I don't listen to heavy metal. I don't fool with that. But gospel, I listen to gospel. I like gospel. I definitely love jazz. I really love jazz. Okay. I like some rock music too. I like all kinds of stuff. All right, let's get into it. As you guys see on my screen, She Fit For Real would be Trish. All right. She and Marquez are still fighting, child. I said, Lord, when will it end, Jesus? She said, what goes around comes around, and what goes up must come down. Karma is a B. Says you reap what you sow, and that seed that you sow has to grow. She goes on to say that it might take 1, 2, or 3, or even 5 years, but it comes back full circle. Where that goes, that applies to you too, Trish, because your ass was out here sleeping with married people and talking crazy and threatening people as well. So yes, do I agree that Marquez was wrong whenever he sent out them text messages threatening you and wishing death upon you? I agree that shit was all the way wrong. It was. But as I said, there is no fair words in a fight. I'm pretty sure you said some shit to him, Trish, because you are known to do that. And I'm not excusing what Marquez had to say about you and to you in those text messages, because that shit was all the way wrong. You don't be wishing death upon nobody. Now, but at the end of the day, you guys have said some things to each other that was very uncouth. And I feel like whatever you saying to him right here, what goes up must come down. That applies to you. Karma is a bitch. Yep, that applies to you. What you sow, what you reap, that you sow. All of that. It might take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, it took you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years to open your legs to a married man. All right. He feels a way about that. He gonna feel a way about that. And that's why you guys are fighting now. He still has love for you in his heart, but I feel like you've hurt him in a place that's to a point of no return. And I feel like your ass is, you got some love for him too, which is why you holding up the damn divorce. 2 toxic people who need some counseling out here, and figure out why y'all are so fucked up out here, and focus on your children as well. All right. Put that attention on your children. I don't care how many tight outfits you put on. I don't care how many times you go out and grind up and dance and do all the shit that you do. And I don't care, Trish. At the end of the day, you're a trash individual. All right. You try to call Melody trash out here, but baby, you are trash. I'm sick of you and that damn 47-inch chin that your ass running around here with, while you always be trying to call other people out and throw out subliminals when your ass is fucked up as well. All right. Figure out why you are in the place that you're in, get the necessary therapy that you need, and stop throwing out subliminals for other people, making it seem like you so healed out here, girl, and everybody else is so toxic. No, ma'am, you are very much so toxic as well, and you need to figure out why you're so fucked up out here. Okay, moving on. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you, girl. See how we flew through that? All right, so Andrew Caldwell, y'all know who he is, child. Mr. Delivered, honey. Talking about he delivered out here. Y'all know he also was had some type of attachments to Cordell Stewart at one point. All right. The people was out here saying that he was saying at one point that he was dating Cordell Stewart, which is Portia Williams' ex-husband. They said there was some ties between the two of them, girl. All right. He blasted Cordell Stewart and said they had a little rendezvous, child, some little stuff going on behind the scenes, girl. I said, ooh, ooh, ooh. So let's get into Andrew Caldwell, because some woman is coming forward trying to say that she was pregnant, child. with his child. I said, who out here sleeping with him? I know you lying. I know you lying. Who is sleeping with Andrew Caldwell, baby? Because he's rich broke. Y'all didn't know that? Now y'all know he was running around out here, child, trying to fake speak in tongues, trying to say he was delivered and he was saved out here, and he don't like men's no more. I don't like men's no more. I've been delivered. Girl, that was him in the video. I said, bitch, shut up. Shut your lying ass up. Okay. I've been delivered. I don't like men's no more. That was him, child. Y'all remember that? So this is him, child, fussing out some random woman out here saying that she was pregnant, child, by him after a week after Valentine's Day, child. Y'all about to laugh like hell because, baby, when I saw it, I was dying laughing. Okay, here we go.
The second thing I want to say to somebody that's going around talking about you having my baby, honey, I don't even have sex. You got to have sex to make a baby. You got to nut in the monkey. I ain't nutting nobody monkey. So you can come up with another lie. The second thing I want to say to somebody that's going around talking about you having my baby, honey, I don't even have sex. You got to have sex to make a baby. You got to nut in the monkey.
I'm the monkey.
I ain't nutting nobody monkey. So you can come up with another lie. The second thing I want to say to somebody that's going around talking about you having my baby, honey, I don't even have sex. You got to have sex to make a baby. You got to nut in the monkey. I ain't nutting nobody monkey. So you can come up with another lie.
Is it necessary to yell when you say that? Is it necessary to get that close to the camera? And he just always overdo it. He is just, I have no words for him. He want to be straight so bad, y'all. He do. He want to be straight so bad. But everything about him screams that you're not. I'm sorry. He want to be straight so bad. I get it. The Lord can come in and change people. He can. Okay. He's saying he's not gay no more and all this other stuff. Do I believe him? I don't know. I'm just saying your mannerisms and all that, the things that you say and how you act, Andrew. Okay. I feel like he's another person who feels a sense of entitlement. He feels like he ain't never wrong. Anytime somebody call him out, child, he's a full narc. All right. An annoying narc as well. But he's always running around talking about he going on dates with women and he got a girlfriend and he ready to get married and all this. So now some random woman then came out and said that she was pregnant by him. And here he go, loud and wrong as per usual, and saying he ain't slept with nobody and he don't even have sex. Play it one more time for the people in the bike.
The second thing I want to say to somebody that's going around talking about you having my baby, honey, I don't even have sex. You got to have sex to make a baby. You got to nut in the monkey. I ain't nutting nobody monkey. So you can come up with another lie.
First of all, why are you outside screaming and hollering like this in public? Why are you outside screaming and hollering like this in a live in public talking about this? Like, should everybody hear this that you're saying? Like, who are you trying to convince, yourself or everybody else? Who are you trying to convince is my question. This is crazy. Who would sleep with you anyway? I don't know. Who in their right mind would lay down with you anyway? I don't know. But let's move on, child. So I don't know who's out here saying they run around even claiming to be pregnant by him. Maybe they need to be in counseling too. Because baby, I don't know. All right, I don't know. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. All right, so it's gonna be the last topic. Let me get back to my main screen. Oh my God. Okay, so let's get to the last topic here. Last topic is so do you guys remember? Let me pull this so we can get you guys back. I probably should have did it earlier, but it don't take long. Let's see. So that you guys can see. Y'all know the little issue between Martell and Marceau, where they were arguing and Carlos was trying to ask them what is the issue between the two of them, and Martell was trying to say Marceau be putting 20 on 10 about how successful of a businessman that he is and how he lied about the whole hotel situation that they were supposed to be doing. Now, I remember when they announced initially that they were building a hotel, they were real loud about that shit. They were posting almost every damn day about this damn hotel that they were supposed to be building. And long story short, we ain't hear no more about it. Let me see. Okay, no, let me go back because that's not the one. I want to play the one where Martell and Marceau were arguing. Marceau was saying that he paid him some money to work at said hotel to give him a job. But Martell said they never finished it. Okay, so y'all know that the next season possibly is coming up. But they're saying that they don't want to, Tisha and Marceau was saying that they don't want to talk about what was said on social media. They're trying to keep that from being brought on to the screens, child, because they're saying that production pretty much be trying to make them talk about things that they don't want to talk about, and that things that are on social media should not be brought to the show. Well, I think it should be. I do, because most of the other cast, their shit is also on the show as well. So, all right, so let's see. All right, so yeah, this is it. Let's go ahead and share. I'm gonna play this first so that you guys can see what's up between them, and then I'm gonna tie it in with what I'm getting ready to talk about. Let's let that upload, okay? So Martell makes mention, like I said, of the hotel that Marceau and Tisha never finished. Y'all remember when they made that announcement? Carlos King was all in the comments up under there where Tisha and Marceau made this announcement about, and they talked about it on the show. You know, we're building hotels now. So it said that they didn't finish it, that it was something that happened with that said project, that they never finished it. It's given that there's a pattern of behavior of them not finishing jobs anyway, because y'all remember the whole Zen Garden situation that was never finished, and they had to wind up suing Tisha and Marceau, and they had to find someone else to come in there and finish the project, because what they actually, the work that they did do wasn't right. They had to be torn down. The whole clubhouse had to be torn down for the Zen Garden project, and then they had to wind up turning around and suing Tisha and Marceau, at which they had to put their business up for collateral in terms of the lawsuit in order to even get the job, I'm hearing, okay? But so it's said and alleged that they're going to be using this whole show in their building and stuff for this next season. So now they're going to talk about what they actually do when they said that they're not going to bring that to the actual show. So now it's given that this coming season, if there's a season, that they're going to be forced to talk about what they actually do behind the scenes. If you guys follow Tisha, you guys may see her putting on these different suits, girl, from Amazon, I'm gonna guess. And she's more so talking about build, come and build with us, Show Realty, come and build with us, come and work with us, let us build for you. Well, we've been hearing that they don't finish projects, all right? And y'all remember Miss Joy? Do y'all remember we talked about this a little bit back? This lady named Miss Joy, she mentioned that she hired Tisha and Marceau's business, I think it was Show Realty or whatever, to do some work at her office where they were supposed to be doing renovations and some additions as well. She said that she requested numerous times to get an itemized bill from Marceau and proof of purchase for different materials and items that they needed to finish said project. And Marceau refused to print those things out to her and told her that he don't have to do that, but he was actually asking for money up front for said project, and he never finished the project. And she also mentioned, like I said, numerous things that were in the renovations and upgrades that they were supposed to do in her office. They were not completed, like doorknobs were not put on. She also mentions that she was missing her she was missing her chandelier. And when she described said chandelier, and when Tisha and Marceau showed the upgrades in their home, the chandelier that she described looked very eerily similar to the one that they showed in their house. Not saying they stole it, but I was like, this lady saying that she's missing her chandelier, and then we look at the upgrades in Tisha and Marceau's house, and that chandelier looked eerily similar to the one that she described. But let's get into what this part of the reunion, because I want to play this where Carlos is asking Marceau and Martell, what is the issue between the two of you guys? Okay, let's go.
Deep that's going on between you, Martell, and you, Marceau. Are you still harboring feelings of Marceau making jokes about your infidelity?
Of course, because over the years, I've always told him to stop talking about certain things that I've done. And then come up to the podcast.
You know what's crazy about it?
So when it come up to the podcast,
we went to the cabin,
and
he told me that it hurt him.
That really,
I shook his hand. I said, I apologize because I was making jokes of something that I thought there was light. I never spoke on it again. I changed my behavior. when I said I lost respect for Martell, it was simply because he took a video of his wife in an intimate moment and then threatened to use this video.
What video, bro? Hold on, why are you saying that? What video?
This is why
Marceau, what video are you speaking about? Because I haven't seen a video. Have you? What video are you talking about? I haven't seen it. Well, stop speaking on you don't know.
What kind of man would I be that with my daughters and with my wife to say, yeah, I have a friend who made a video with his wife and then he threatened to put it out there and try to, because I know because it came to us before and I didn't know it was true then.
The video came to you before or the information?
Where's the video?
The information came to us to try to do it. Then Mel and I talked about it and she confirmed it. At that point right there, I knew it was true.
Where's the video? Where's it at?
I'm not going to sit up here and allow a narrative to be pushed that this incident and all of this did not happen, because it did.
Hold on.
And
So where's the video? You don't have the video?
So I have the screenshot from the video. I remember the video. I remember where we were. We were in New York. Actually, it was around the time of Destiny and LeBaird's wedding. That's why we were there.
Okay, so where's the video then?
Was it out of order? Yes, it was. Is it okay to be threatening intimate moments with your spouse? Yes, it is out of order. And this is not the first time that he has done that. So this time I just took action.
I'm sorry. Let's see. Where's the video? You said me putting the video out.
Well, there was a warrant out for your arrest. You did get arrested.
For harassing communication.
Harassing communication. Nothing about sexual, anything like that.
Okay.
And the reason Melody, I'm so sorry. Hold on.
She doesn't talk to you.
In the if anything, y'all should be asking her questions. Like,
Martell, this isn't a family court of law. This is the King's Court. Did you ever capture a screenshot of you and Melody in an intimate setting and text it to her?
I did.
Okay. What did you say when you sent it?
Ask her. Ask to see the text message. Because I want facts. I don't no longer want.
I'm talking to you to get the fact. Give me the clip notes.
He's so damn slow.
Melody, leave me the alone.
Okay.
Tell your friends to stop coming for me before I come for you. I said before I start treating you how you treat me. That's what's highlighted in court.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you understand this?
Hold on. Ask her. Is that true? Ask her.
Is that true, Melody?
Martell's message said something of those sorts, and he said, or I'm going to treat you how you treat me, something like that. And he attached.
Let her finish without interruption, please.
So yes, he sent that message with a screenshot from the video, which is exactly what was taken and shown and proven, which is why he ended up getting arrested.
It didn't have nothing to do with that picture.
And
didn't have nothing to do with the
Hold on,
picture.
Martell.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But he's already admitted this online in an interview that he sent it. So I'm not even really sure why we're having this conversation as if it didn't happen, because it did, and he's already said it, that he did.
Because we don't want to make it seem like it's something that it wasn't either.
There is something.
All right, so y'all see that? All right, so I was trying to find the one too where, hold on. All right, maybe it's this one. Let me see.
Is it hard for you to watch Tisha and Marceau thrive as a power couple? And that was something you once wanted for you and Melody?
No, I always wish them the best. I want them to grow. I want them to prosper. I'm not a jealous person. Never been. Never will be. It's not in me.
Tisha and Marceau, how do you feel about what he's saying? Do you guys think Martell is rooting for you guys to make it?
No. Don't twist it. I'm not rooting for them. I'm not rooting for them. I want you to understand the difference. I'm not their cheerleader.
I know I'm one of the few people on this stage that don't have a college degree, a doctorate.
There's obviously somewhere in the middle between hating and rooting. There's apparently a middle.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not their cheerleader.
Okay, so you're not rooting for them to make it.
No. So and I'm not rooting for them not to make it.
Why would anybody on this stage not root for one another?
Because of the things that we've gone through and the certain things that he said and done and the fakeness, the phoniness and all that kind of No, I'm not rooting for that.
It's so funny, Carlos. I feel like Martell has a mirror up in front of him right now and saying everything that he actually done to us. From the very beginning, from season 1, sending stuff to bloggers, trying to damage our reputation.
Why are you saying it about me?
Trying to damage
Why are you saying it about me on the stage right now?
Notice anytime Martell is approached with the truth, he gonna overtalk you, and he gonna make it to where you can't hear what the other person is saying to try to stop you from hearing them to hear him and the deflection. He don't like the truth. Martell hates the truth. Anytime somebody's telling the truth on him, he does that. Notice he just did that shit to Mel. When Mel was explaining verbatim how he was found guilty in court, he didn't want to hear that shit because he wants the narrative to be out there that he didn't never do that shit. He always overtalk. Let's continue.
It was you.
I never knew what a blogger
had them
was.
coming for us. It was always you.
Who? So you scared of Melody? Melody's right there. You scared of her.
I'm not
You gotta be scared of her because you know who it was. Y'all know who it was.
Yeah, I do know, right?
That's why I don't like
feeding
talking to
girls
fake
information,
people.
having them coming for us because you was feeding them information.
Who?
Who was he feeding information to, allegedly?
Mel, his other baby mother. He's feeding every he talked
giving stuff to
information, having them to try to comfort us. He's feeding bloggers information. Now, you guys was partnering together in a lot of it, but I believe everything came from
I didn't know about. To this day, I don't even do that this day.
Yes, you
Do you think Martell is jealous of you?
Originally, I would not think that. But he said in different interviews that, hey, the Scots wanted to be like us. The Scots wanted to be like us.
I was building houses before you, Marceau. Remember? You didn't build anything until the hotel that was on failure. You ain't quoted about that now. You didn't even finish that job. I finished everything that I started. I finished it. Okay?
Y'all hear that? Now, not that we believe everything Martell says. Now, notice we've not heard anything else about this said hotel that they were building. This has been a few years now. It don't take that fucking long to build a hotel. All right, it just really doesn't. We've not heard. Now they were very loud. They promoted this shit, promoted. That's all we heard. This hotel. We're building hotels. They were on the show talking about it. He and Maurice cried about it. Oh, we're building hotels. We went from nothing, from sleeping on the floor to now building hotels. Y'all remember that? We heard no more. We did not hear the completion of it. Carlos was all in the comments down there. Oh, congratulations! I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all are doing big things. He never does that with Melody. But he congratulated them about this damn hotel. And now it takes Martell blurting out that they never even finished the project. There's a pattern of behavior, it sounds like. So what is this storyline going to be next season? How are you promoting this? Please call this number and build with us if you're not completing projects. Like, how many times are you going to be able to get away with that? Because I'm hearing that they can no longer do commercial building, that it has to be residential. So now it's given that they're only doing residential building with their company show. Is from what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. They can no longer do commercial building, that they can only do residential. And my question is it attached to, can they only do residential and no longer commercial? Because it may be attached to something that may have happened with this said hotel situation, because that was over $1 million or something project that they kind of fucked up a little bit. That's my question. Maybe I need to dig a little more. Somebody said in the comments, power couple. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. But what do y'all think? You put it in the comments. I'm just trying to say, y'all don't finish projects, Marceau. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm just riding them. We got to speak facts. I'm a blogger. It's my job to talk about shit. And that's what we're talking about today. Y'all do not finish projects, okay? How do we know that y'all don't finish projects? Y'all didn't even finish y'all own fucking house. Y'all didn't. When Wanda went live in y'all house, we saw a big ass hole this big in y'all wall. I shared it right here on my channel. A hole this big in y'all wall after renovations, of course. After renovations were completed in y'all kitchen above the little ventilation thing. I was like, what the fuck is that hole? Do y'all got chipmunks living there? Is a warthog living in that bitch? Because it looked like something chewed through the fucking wall. It was a huge ass hole like this, where Wanda went live and she put the camera up too far and it was a big ass hole like right above her head. And I was just looking like, what the fuck is this? There's no plug covers in y'all house. There's several things that's not done in y'all house. So y'all don't finish projects. You don't finish your own shit and y'all not finishing other stuff. Case in point, Miss Joy, we talked about her building that y'all still have yet to go and complete that shit. Y'all just left it uncompleted. Because she was asking too many questions. She was asking for printouts of, of documentations of you got itemized bills and stuff like that from you guys going to Home Depot and purchasing stuff, where she give the money up front. She wanted to know where her money was going. And Marceau told her, I don't got to tell you shit. And then turn around and not finish the project. So my question is, what happened with this hotel situation? Let's continue to listen to this.
Okay.
So the hotel that you actually hired him for?
Yeah, I hired him for it.
Oh,
And he
okay.
didn't do
So Martell, you were just as at fault because you said you complete everything, but you're working on this hotel project with them, and the hotel project was not finished. Now Marceau is saying he paid him either $34 or $3,500 or whatever, $1,000, $100, I don't know, and says that Martell did not complete what he was supposed to complete. But my question is, Marceau, for you in the Zen Garden project, you said you've never built anything. So I'm trying to figure out how you keep getting all these building jobs when you don't build. That's my question. Listen
the work, and I paid him for it anyway.
Yeah.
And he still owed me $3,700 for it.
You're such a liar.
I got the certificate of occupancy back in 2021. So he's saying I didn't finish it.
Okay.
See, these are things I have receipts on.
Can we see those, please?
Is it hard for you to watch Tisha and Marceau thrive?
Okay, so we heard that. So y'all heard Martell bring that up. And of course, that made Tisha and Marceau a little uncomfortable because they know that the project was not completed. But my thing is, they've not spoken about that. But they continue to show us new projects that they're saying they're continuing to work on. So now, from what I'm hearing, this new upcoming season, if there's a season, that's supposed to be, they want that to be their storyline. And they're going to also be trying to throw in there that they're going to therapy, like marital therapy, for their marriage that they said they never had any issues in. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, that they're supposed to be showing, and Tisha was saying if production shows it, that that's, that they want that to be their storyline, that they're actually out here working and building, when they said they were not going to be showing what they do on social media, which y'all, that's where y'all show y'all building. I don't see y'all talking about it nowhere else. Y'all only talk about what y'all do on social media. And people been saying in the comments, people been saying on videos, like, why y'all don't never show y'all building on the show? Now, Marceau tried to slide it in there on that scene where Martell went and sat with Destiny and Tisha, where Tisha jumped up and left, y'all remember, left a little lunch where she was supposed to have a lunch with Destiny. Martell walked his ass up there. Tisha left, sped out, and ran over there to the little job site where Marceau was just standing around trying to look busy. Okay, trying to act like he was building when he don't build. Weird. So now they're trying to, slowly slide that into the show so that people can stop talking about the fact that they are building. They say that they're building, but they're not building. So that is supposed to be, their storyline this season. Now, this is gonna be a little messy. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't give a fuck. Now. Another thing is they're saying that they're actually clearing land and all this other stuff in order to build, and they're clearing land here and they're clearing land there. If you're clearing land for projects, shouldn't charity begin at home? Charity should begin at home and then spread abroad. If I am a builder and I'm a land clearer, my yard should be immaculate. I should not have broke down cars in my yard that don't work and steady racking up abatement charges. Okay, we gotta talk about that. Okay, that's a real thing. I'm not gonna have abatement charges and broke down cars in my yard as a millionaire as well. And steady talking about I'm clearing projects when my own yard, okay, it is a travesty. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I would like to see the real being brought to fruition on this damn show. I'm not watching it no more, of course, because it's bullshit. And I don't feel like they're going to be able to bring what they need to bring. Shout out to Sunny Minx for also putting in her live that people don't be scrambling to look like they're busy until the cameras start rolling. She's a producer. She's seen this shit. She's been a producer since way before she even came on the fucking show. She said she's known Marceau. She doesn't have a problem with Marceau, but subliminally, we all know who she was talking about, where people run to try to act like they are real business people and that they're so busy in business when it's time for Love and Marriage Huntsville season to start filming. We've seen Tisha dressing up in suits. We've seen Marceau running around at job sites because they want the cameras to come and film them appearing to be so busy. Okay? Yeah. We see that. Everybody's now trying to run to get social media pages to try to boost their, their little notoriety and to try to boost their business acumen and all this other stuff. And great for you. I'm not mad about that. Do what you need to do in order to just some shit you should have done season 1. If you're business people, the show is about Black business. That's what the show is about. That's what it's been about. You guys were in the core 6. I would have had the social media already up season 1. Why you guys are scrambling to do that shit? Tisha, you doing this whole YouTube in season 9? How are you a businesswoman promoting business? And everybody knows this is what, 2025? The way to promote your business and make it skyrocket is through social media advertising. If you've not done that shit and you wait till season 9 when it's looking like the show is really not probably even going to be on the air or anybody care about the fucking show, the star of the show has walked away from the show, you should have been promoting that shit way back then. Melody's had social media since before the fucking show. I just don't understand it. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. All right. As I mentioned, abatement charges. Like I said, you guys have several abatement charges that you guys have had against you guys as well on your properties. Where one particular property that is close to Alabama A&M, where it was said that rats and roaches and shit like that was running around there with all that trash and shit around there that you guys were asked many times to clean up, to where the city had to come and issue abatement charges towards you guys. So I don't know how busy you guys are to where y'all don't have time to do that. But if you guys are millionaires, it's seeming that you guys will hire someone to come in and do said things so that this doesn't fall back on you, because you are public figures now to where people can pull shit up and see these said things. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. All right. But I noticed also on Tisha and Marceau's live, and I'm not going to play it because the shit is fucking annoying. I'm just going to talk it through. We've seen it. I played it already on my channel before. You guys can go back and look at the video. But for now, I'm just going to talk it through. And I made some notes as well. On Tisha and Marceau's live, Tisha mentions that she and Marceau built their lives from the ground up, and that they actually did it with no help, and that their success came strictly from them doing and having hard work, completing hard work in order to be where they are, to be the successful business people that they are. And I have a problem when people do not give credit where credit is due in terms of someone helping you get to where you are. It's not going to hurt you to thank the very person that helped you get where you are. I know you don't like Martell. I know you're not really feeling Melody in that regard because you feel like you give her any praise that only gives her more clout. But at the end of the day, you got to give credit where credit is due. Tisha, you actually brought Martell shares to have ownership of Schultz. That's how you were able to attain the business Schultz. You cannot spell Schultz without Holt if you look at it, okay? You cannot spell Schultz without Holt. Melody and Martell's business at the time, Holt and Holt, which that business is no longer out there anymore because Melody had to dissolve that once she divorced Martell. But Holt and Holt, as we all know, before the show even began, was $1 million business. It was booming. It was doing well. Melody and Martell, they were already doing property preservation. That business was doing well for them. That is something that they taught Tisha and Marceau in terms of pulling them into, because you guys were only working regular jobs. Tisha, you were working at some type of customer service place for, I think it was like and I talked about this before, for like a cable company where like if you call, you have a problem with your cable, Tisha was the person to call and troubleshoot and tell you what you needed to do to get your shit back up and running. All right, so she worked in like customer service. Marceau was working, as we all know, we've talked about this many times, at the movie theater, and he also worked at Target, okay, where he said he was putting shit together there. I don't know, you were building at Target, but you can't build. Okay, we'll go with it. All right, but anywho and anyway, like I said, you guys were able to attain a business, something that you did not have, because I'm hearing that the business Black did not come into fruition until I think 2019. You guys did not get that business until 2019, and that's around the time that the show came on. So you guys had to have something that made you look interesting in terms of being on this show, and you guys opened Black around the time that this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, actually came on the air. All right. So you all you guys were working at the same business. Miss Van was also working at Schultz as well. And Schultz was sold to you guys through Melody and Martell at a very good price. You guys remember Melody with live, and she talked about it. So you guys were able to attain a business that was already up and running. All the hard work was already put into it and already done. All you guys did was bought a certain share to become owners of said company and put your name, which is Scott, and Melody and Martell's name, which is Holt, together and make it Schultz, so that you guys can have a business and be able to thrive and to have something to write off on your taxes. So it's very diabolical to sit on platforms and in lives to say that you built your businesses from the ground up and no one helped you get there when that's not facts. Okay? That's not factual. It's not. It's just not. You did not have Schultz and you did not build it on your own. Okay? You guys didn't. You guys worked regular jobs. And it's okay because everybody starts somewhere. I don't know if you're embarrassed about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you've gotten to a point to where you want people to just see you as the success. Everybody that's in success, you came from somewhere. It started somewhere. Somebody down the line helped you get to where you are. And it's okay to thank that person for helping you get there. But when you are envious of said person to help you get where you are, and you're always looking for ways to try to make it look negative and that they're not, you know, as successful as they are, because Marceau, you've thrown out several, statements about Melody as to say that she's thrown several things against the wall and none of her business are as successful as she says that they are, when that's a whole fucking lie. We see her on her live selling out of all her products. We see her putting out all her products. I see some of you guys who purchased from her that said, hey, I was on her TikTok live and I've already gotten my email to say that my stuff has already been shipped out to me. That's great business acumen. That's great. And I'm not trying to put Melody here and them there, but I'm just saying, stop getting on lives and stop saying that a person did not help you get to where you were to become successful business people, because you still have not, scraped the crust of where you can be business-wise, because you're so busy trying to put other people down and you're not grateful for the people who helped you get where you should be or where you want to be. I don't have a problem thanking somebody if they did something to help me get where I am. I don't have a problem. I've said a million times, if you help me become where I am. Okay? Shout out to my mama for teaching me vocals and how to. Shout out to you, mama. Okay? Shout out to anyone that helped me get to where I am. I can always shout out someone else. If you help me become great or help me to become where I am or gave me something to get where I need to be. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Again, you guys worked regular jobs. Coming on to Love and Marriage Huntsville, Tisha, Marceau, please do not forget the fact that you guys knew nothing about property preservation until Melody and Martell introduced that to you guys. Building homes, all of that stuff came from Melody and Martell because that's what they were already doing. And I say Martell as well because he was under the umbrella of Melody, under her business license. They were married at the time. They were one. So anything that she was doing, respectfully, we got to say that they did it together. Even though Martell is dumb as a box of rocks, we got to put him under that umbrella because they were married at the time. And they did help the Scotts get where they were. Let's not forget about the fact that you guys were renting a property of Melody and Martell's on the show. The townhome, which is said that you guys were staying in at the time, was supposed to belong to Mel and Martell. I'm hearing Melody and them have already made mention of the fact that Tisha and them, y'all cars were broken down. Y'all really didn't have shit coming into this. Y'all cars were broken down. For a while, y'all had to borrow Melody and Martell's vehicles in order to have a way to get to work, pick your kids up, and do what you needed to do. And that's okay. But don't get to a place to where you feel like you made it and you can't be appreciative to those who help you get where you are. That's the only point that I'm making. So it's crazy to me to sit back and see somebody say, oh, our businesses, we started from the ground up. Tisha said, I came from across the track. I had nothing. And look at me now. We built our businesses on our own from the ground up with no help. That's a fucking lie. That's not true. And again, I get it. You don't want to give Melody the credit because you feel like she's the most successful one on the show and she doesn't need any more pat on the back. I get that because there is a little slight, I see it. There's a little slight jealousy there because you guys feel like she's gotten further than everybody else on the show. But again, like I said, you guys were afforded the same opportunities. You were on the same platform. No one told you to sit back and wait thinking that this opportunity was going to be here forever. As soon as you came in the door, you should have had social media. You should have been trying to do property preservation. You could have been learning from the people who were already doing the shit that you guys wanted to do. If you want to start a business, great. I'm like a sponge. I already told you how I am. I'm gonna learn all I can right here. I'm gonna learn my shit, and then I want to know what you're doing as well. Tisha, you want to learn from Melody. Melody tried to get you out of the house. We saw that on the show. Let's say, hey, come on, let me take you under my wing. Let me introduce you to some business people. Let me get you out. Marceau didn't want you to do that. He wants you to stay home and be a stay-at-home wife. And now he's okay with Tisha being out and being this businesswoman, to be out and about, to now get to utilize these degrees that she like to brag about. And that's fine. Education is great. I always say it, honey, get as educated as you can. But what changed from seasons 1 through 4 up until now, to where back here he didn't want her to utilize her knowledge and her degrees, until now where we're at season 9 going into season 10, where he's okay with her doing these infomercials and saying that she's a businesswoman and that she's out here building, and you guys build with us and promoting business. You didn't want her to do that then versus now. What changed is my question. I don't understand. I'm all for people, in leaps and bounds, growing and becoming some. I'm great. I'm happy for that. But my question is, what changed from then to now? Because I'm gonna just say it right now. I feel like Tisha is the brains behind everything that go on between she and Marceau as far as business. I'm just say that. I just like Melody and Martell. I feel like Melody, everybody knows Melody is the brains, and was the brains behind everything that she and Martell accumulated as far as business, as far as family, as far as everything that was attached to them. We already know that. Martell, of course, he wanted that to be the focus, to say that he was doing it. I'm the parent. I'm the parent to do all of this. I. That was Martell. Of course, Melody allowed him to think that, and everyone else to think that, because as a man, she did not want to, demasculate him in terms of making people feel like he was just this sorry ass motherfucker who was just married to someone with all the brains and the know-how. But it took them divorcing for us to see, like, this motherfucker really won't doing shit. But putting on a suit and sitting in the meeting and looking important, following her around to all the speaking engagements, he was just going to look at the land. She was actually putting all the paperwork and business stuff together to build. Well, this motherfucker we know he can't build, because the house that he did build ain't even up to code to where he could sell and or rent the motherfucker. So we know what kind of business acumen Martell had. I mean, the only degree that we know that you ever had was in dickology, nigga. Because look how many fucking kids you got. That's what you do know how to do. You know how to make some fucking kids. But when it comes to business, you don't know what the fuck is going on. And I just keep saying, how are you married to somebody that smart, that have that much, wit about her, that you don't soak up anything? You know why? When you're jealous of the person that you're married to, you don't want to learn from them, because you feel like that you already know more than you know, which you stupid as fuck, because you could have been way further than you are right now. It's just when you are married to or are attached to, or your significant other is jealous of you in terms of how much you know and your knowledge and your ability, that can be a dangerous thing, because they can low-key try to undercut you and destroy you. It's called sleeping with the enemy. Melody for a long time was sleeping with the enemy with Martell because of his jealousy of her. He didn't want people to know that she was the one holding the strings and pulling the strings behind the scenes. He wanted people to think it was him. But now that they're not together, we see he ain't doing shit. He won't doing shit, nigga. You was out here being a dickologist. Woo, that's hot, but it's right. All right, so Marceau mentions that he will not keep thanking Melody and Martell for what they've done to help he and Tisha. Okay, nobody's asking you to continue every time you see them. Oh, I just want to thank you. Nobody's saying that. What we're saying is stop hopping on lives and acting like you forgot where you came from. Okay, because you will get on the show and say, "Oh, yeah, we slept on floors and we didn't have much food, and my father worked at a car company and he got all this overtime, but we didn't have any food." I keep saying that's diabolical. Because why the fuck y'all ain't have no food if the motherfucker never came home and all he did was work overtime and y'all sleeping on floors and y'all ain't have no food and y'all ain't have no clothes, and like, that's weird to me. But go off. All right. This is the same person, Marceau. You the same person that took you about 6 years just to get a business administration degree. And I don't know where that shit happened at. That sounds like some Martell shit. No wonder y'all friends. But anywho and anyway, continuing on. As I said, and Melody already says that she started teaching them about how to do property preservation. And it's no coinky dink now that Marceau is running around here now. I'm hearing him saying that he is getting ready to start teaching classes for property preservation. Okay? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Marceau has now said, it's the same person that says that everything that Melody does, it does not work. It don't stick. Her businesses ain't really doing as well as she's saying that they are, that it's all cap. But it's weird to me that now Melody has said in her live that she taught them property preservation. And now that you see that she's making all of this money from her classes in property preservation, he goes live to say that he is now starting a class for property preservation. I guess it does work. That's what Melody's been doing. She's been doing classes. For those of you who follow her, she's taught a whole lot of people about property preservation and how that shit works. We saw it on the show. That was a part of her storyline. Okay? When she got a phone call from Sonny Minks. You guys remember that particular scene, for those of you that were watching the show. Okay? So it doesn't mean that you always have to go in and start downplaying other people in terms of what they do. Because in business, sometimes you're going to win and sometimes you're not. Okay, sometimes that's just the way business works. Sometimes the shit gonna work and sometimes it doesn't. If whatever doesn't work, then you just, hey, let that fall by the wayside and you pick up something else and you run with it. This day and age, we talk about it all the time. Multiple businesses is a great thing to do, but don't have too many to where you got too many things going on to where you can't keep up with what's going on. That's the problem I have with Destiny. She's very smart in terms of knowing how to start a business, but in terms of making it follow through and making it be successful as it needs to be, to where you don't have to keep going back and repeating the same shit over and over. Like Madani, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you still doing relaunches. There's something going on in the middle here. Okay. Anybody can start a fucking business, but the fact that you can continue to make it grow and be as successful as it is, baby, that's where the real challenge comes in. That's where the real challenge comes in. You should not be running into the same wall in terms of growing a business. And when people sitting back and watching you flourish and grow and do well for yourselves, and I'm not saying Tisha and Marceau aren't doing well for themselves, but please do not downplay someone who you clearly can look at and see is successful and raising 4 kids on her own and doing what she needs to do for herself and her businesses and is steady climbing and doing well. If you're taking a play out of her book, obviously what she's doing is working because you're trying to make it work for yourself. And that's all I see. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to start no shit. I'm not trying to be messy. What I'm saying is what I see is don't try to downplay people and then be upset when you see that what they're doing is really working, but then you go out and get a t-shirt line, you're doing property preservation, you're now talking about building, you're now talking about doing all the things that you see other people are doing. Melody had to start all the way over from scratch after Martell. So y'all had a very, very long, y'all had a head start, to be honest with you. Like, it's like you guys were halfway done with the race and she had to go back to start. You guys could have already hit the finish line, but how the fuck does she go back to start and still run past you is my question when it comes to being successful. Y'all could have did that shit. And it's 2 of you. She did that shit, one person. She dropped Martell and went back to start and was able to run past you again. So what were y'all waiting for her were y'all waiting for her to run back up to where you were before you ran to the finish line? And it's really not a race. What I'm saying is, for Melody to have to start all the way back over and dissolve every business that she ever had and built, she said it hurt her to her core to have to let go of Holt. And Holt, that was her baby, $1 million business. She's young, she's impressionable, she's beautiful. She was able to start something and look at it as her baby to say, oh my God, I built this from the ground up, and look at it now, $1 million business in her what? She's younger than all the rest of them on this show. And for her to be as successful as she is and as smart as she is and be a roadmap to other people. And it's not like she's trying to keep all of this to herself. She actually gave knowledge to everybody on that fucking set in order to be successful. She wasn't trying to keep all the goodies to herself. But then when you are around it and surrounded by people who may be a little jealous of you, when all she's done was try to help you get there, but it is her fault that you did not soak up as much as you could around her, it's not her fault. You can't blame anyone else for you not being as far as you want to go. I mean, obviously I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like Melody, and I said it before when I reviewed the show, I feel like she looked out of place on the show anyway. Usually when you outgrow a certain situation in a certain space, it don't fit right no more. It's kind of like the Cinderella slipper. You're still trying to put that bitch on and it just hurt. It just don't fit no more. Melody did not fit on this show anymore because I feel like she outgrew it. A lot of these shows, you use them as a platform and a stepping stone in order to get to your next level of success. And that's what this particular platform was for. And that's what she used it for. And you can't fault her for that. And a lot of people, they have a lot of negative things to say about her. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off here because I got to go. I got some shit that I got to do. All right. At the end of the day, everyone on this show was afforded the same opportunity. So if you did not take said advice or said counsel or whatever it is that she was able to give out, or what you were able to sit back and watch her do, that's nobody's fault but your own. Okay. Marceau, you talked about Melody and her t-shirt line with the millimeters and God said go. They made a joke about that shit. Do you know how many t-shirts this girl sold? Do you know how many t-shirts she sold? So many to the point to where you turn around and say, I'm gonna get a t-shirt line. And all you wear now are t-shirts. I'm surprised you didn't wear a black t-shirt to the fucking reunion, Marceau. I'm surprised. You were so enamored with the fact that she was able to be successful as a t-shirt line seller that you went out and got merch as well. You talked about that on the show. T-shirt line, several other things that she's been able to do. I said all of that to say this. At the end of the day, bottom line is, I feel like Melody did what she felt she needed to do in this situation and in this climate. Do I feel like certain people feel the need to continue to downplay her success because of who they think she is? I mean, it is what it is. You're gonna have haters. You cannot do anything about it. Haters are your motivators. Haters actually help you be as successful as you need to be, because you can look at them and be like, oh, I know I'm doing some shit right. If I'm getting this much heat over here and over here, I got all this heat coming towards me. Obviously, I'm doing something right, because you're trying to distract me from being as great as I can be. So obviously, she's ignored the haters and she decided to get off the show because her time was up on this show. She's done what she needed to do. I've seen several videos of people who don't really like her. They had a lot of negative things to say about her. She wasn't good for the show. She was stuck up. She was uppity. Call it whatever you want to call it. But you cannot refute is the fact that she was the most successful on this fucking show. All right. She made the show. She pitched the show. All right. Say what you want to say. It is what it is. And ain't no ass kissing for me. It's just the obvious. We're going to state the obvious right here. All right. And I may catch some backlash. I'm used to it. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. It is what it is. But do I feel like Tisha Marceau can be the next king and queen of this show? The next, what did they call it? The next, I don't know shit. Do I feel like that? I feel like there's some work to be done. I feel like there's some work to be done in terms of that. The icons of this show. I don't know. Power couple, so to speak. Do I feel like they can be the next power couple? I don't know. In this moment right now, I really don't feel like that. I feel like they want to be. I feel like Marceau's disdain for Martell is the fact that he wants to keep him down here, because he knows that by doing that, then that kind of uplifts him and Tisha into being in the spot that they've wanted since day one, which was Melody and Martell's spot. I think they've been eyeing this for a very long time. And I think that now that Melody have left the show, I think that they've kind of got a little excited, and Marceau is kind of behind the scenes kind of planning what he's been wanting, the inevitable, for quite some time. And it's a shame that somebody got to leave for you to be great, is all I'm saying. It's a shame somebody got to leave for you to be great. But let's get off this show, guys. I appreciate you all. That's all I got. All right. Let's get off. I appreciate you all for being here. I think I covered all boundaries. Oh, the book is here. We will be reading the book. We're going to start it. I think we're going to start it today. All right. We might start it today. I'm going to try to break it up into part threes. All right. 3 parts, rather. Part threes. We're going to try to break it up into 3 parts, because it is how many pages? How many pages we got? Shit. Y'all know I read real good over here, so we're going to get through it. But let's see. I haven't read any of it. I'm going to be reading along with you guys. Okay. I just kind of thumbed through, but I haven't read it yet. So we have 424 pages. I'm not going to do that in a day. Hell, fuck no. But what we will do is break it up into 3 parts. All right. So we're going to get through this book in a matter of 3. What's today? Tuesday. So we're going to start today. Tuesday, Wednesday. So by Thursday, we should be done with the book. Okay. The author of the book is Angela Stanton. All right. The Angela Stanton is a national best-selling artist. National best-selling author is what they're saying here. Okay, so we're going to read the book, and we're going to get into the things. I was excited when my box came. I'm like, yes. All right. Amazon, they put a little hold on my book. I don't know why. It said somebody been delayed or some shit like that. I was like, delayed, bitch. I am a Prime member. If y'all don't get my damn book here, but the book is here. We will start it today. I will go live later on today, and we're going to start reading the book because I hear it's very juicy. It's a lot of stuff in there, girl. She is not leaving any stones unturned, so I'm excited about this damn book. So we're gonna get into it. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you to my moms, Bill Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you to any of the content creators that may have stopped by True TV Podcast. Thank you, Sunny Days, Purple Unicorn, Miss Hills, ATL, also your Bring Girlfriend Chronicles, Love Seeing Her. I think Deary Talk, she's usually here. She may be in the bushes. Shout out to you all. I appreciate you all for coming over and supporting. Okay, if Chef Don Don was in the building, I know sometimes he stops by. Thanks for being here. If you were here, Braylon Lee, if you're here in the building, I know sometimes he stopped by as well. I don't want to leave anyone out. Thank you guys for coming over and supporting the channel. Okay, and of course, all my care millions, you guys know I love y'all down as well. Thank y'all so much for supporting the video. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, that you'll be privy to all and any videos to come. All right. Yes, honey, Angela Stanton. We're going to get into the book. I'm excited. And I'm going to wait to read it along with you guys because I want to be like, when y'all say, I'm going to do it too. And it's going to be, yes, guys. So we're going to be back. Again, I'll show it. This book going to be reading. All right. All right. So the book is here. The book is here. That's Angela Stanton. All right. So we're going to read it. We're going to read it. We're going to read it. All right. So it's supposed to be a good read. Thank you guys for being here. They said, show the book again. Who's the book about? The book is about, okay, let me give you guys, for those of you going to be listening in, the book is about Angela Stanton and how she went to prison. She and Apollo Nida, which is Phaedra Parks' ex-husband. She's going to be talking about how they actually got caught in this stolen car scheme, this car scheme. They went to prison for like fraud, and they're saying that Phaedra was also in on this as well, but Apollo took the rap for Phaedra so that she could raise the children, the 2 boys that Phaedra has. So it's about, she's pretty much talking about how Phaedra was involved with this. It's supposed to be very juicy. Okay. So they're going to be talking about the path. So chapter 1 will be the path of destruction. Chapter 2 will be the devil in disguise. Ooh, girl, let me get back to my main screen before we go. So we're just going to go over the table of contents. All right. So chapter 3 will be the ties that bind. Chapter 4 is the whispers and warnings. Chapter 5 is road to redemption. Chapter 6 is a bottomless pit with no way out. Chapter 7 is finding my way. Chapter 8 is a sorrow heaven can't heal. Chapter 9 is my trail of tears. Chapter 10 is 3 steps short of a breakthrough. Chapter 11 is the ultimate betrayal. And of course, it goes into the epilogue. All right. So we're going to get into that. First page here, it shows the actual court case, Phaedra Parks versus Angela Stanton. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that? The book is very good so far from what I see here. All right, so we're going to go through it, guys. We're going to go through it. I'm not going to go through it right now, but yeah, this, as you guys can see, it's, let me go back. 11 chapters. So we're going to spread out 11 chapters in 3 days. All right. If I choose to read a little bit more, then we might knock it out in 2. But we're going to fly through it kind of like we did the Kim Porter book. All right. But I hear the book is really good. They said it's a bestseller book as well. Okay. And it has all of the court documents as well in here. So I will be showing you guys and sharing that as well. So she's showing, look, court documents in this book as well. Y'all see that? Ooh, child. So it's going to be good, girl. It's going to be good. She is putting all the shit in here. So we're going to get into it. I'm excited. I am excited. All right. She's telling all Phaedra secrets. So y'all may see Phaedra differently. And this is not to bash Phaedra. Somebody said, oh, it sounds juicy. Yes, God. So we're going to get into it. We're going to read it. It says that she really gets down to the nitty gritty. She gives dates. She gives time. She gives all the things with this damn book. I'm excited. So keep your notifications on. And we're going to be coming back. I also have some other stuff that I got to talk about as well. So y'all going to be getting me several times today. I'm going to be popping in and out as I'm trying to get some work done as well. All right. So be looking for your notifications, girl, because I will be back. I love you guys down. Let's get out of here until next time. And in between time, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.